ahead.
Hello, everybody. This is Paul here. He's going to be your storyteller for a great game of Shadowrun 6th World, which we all know and love is the best version of Shadowrun. It's the most recent version of Shadowrun. That's why we run it. And it's still going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to let my players introduce themselves. And we're going to start with Nikki.
Hey, I'm Nikki, aka Beholder to No, and also the person that runs this place. So hello. I'm playing Nova, the orc adept. I forgot what I was playing.
Oh, you're playing a troll.
Troll adept. I'm playing an orc in a different game.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got.
Yep. And next, I'm going to go with Taylor because we're going to go in some sort of weird familial situation.
Yes, I am Nova's sister, Kane. Get it? Anyway, but I'm also Potato or Taylor. You can find me on the internet _Potato _ everywhere. I'm just here having fun being a troll street Sam.
Next, we're going to go with Jesse.
Hello, my name is Jesse. I am the Himbo Gamer on Twitter and one half of Jacqueline Hare on Twitch. And I am playing Connie, who is the human face of the group who does face things like smile and frown.
So expressive eyebrows or not very expressive eyebrows?
Uh, Too expressive.
Eyebrows they're the tell.
Yeah.
I'll remember that when the card scene happens later. Not a problem.
Too
And
expressive.
last but definitely not least, we've got Julian.
Hi, I am Julian. I am the other half of Jacqueline Hare, otherwise known as Triangle Art on Twitter. Today, I will be playing Gwen, who is our rough and tumble rigger, who just really likes cars.
I've got an adept, adept, and in 6th World, most adepts are real physical. A street Sam, rigger, and a face, which means we're not dealing with much magic this game, which will be a little bit more relaxing because I can just throw most of that rules section out the book for player characters.
Thank goodness.
Woo!
Now, all I have to deal with is the 6 mage NPCs I wrote up. All right.
Less good.
I'm
I'm
clearly
sorry.
kidding.
Good.
Spoilers?
Hey, when we gank the mage, can we just run them over?
You can do if that's what you end up doing. But yes, we'll deal with that in a moment.
Yeah.
So first, we're gonna do because we've now introduced our characters out of character. We're gonna do some short character introductions in character. So, I'm gonna start with Jesse because they're currently popped up on my screen. What is an average day for Connie trying to make that Nuyen?
In character?
Character, like what do they run around and do? Yeah.
So Connie in character will usually go about the night markets or similar things and just try and look for the low threat, like minimum effort work.
Sweet.
And just try and rack and stack the minimum work, and if there isn't enough minimum work, then works his way up to the medium level work.
Sweet.
Wants to do the least amount of work possible
So,
in order to earn money.
This particular evening, you've hit up a pachinko bar.
Yeah.
As one does, and you're currently doing a pretty good job of fencing some older ladies at this pachinko bar.
I'm utilizing my boyish charm and my wonderful voice and pheromones. I have pheromones too.
Excellent. Pheromones super help.
Yes, I have tailored pheromones, and currently I probably smell like some sort of like sangria to remind the older ladies that they need to keep drinking. And the more drunk they get, the more willing they are to pay for other things that I need, like I don't know, like a dinner or something.
Exactly. So you're in the middle of this, and you get an ident on your comm, and it's McBride. It's a fixer, who you don't owe too much Nuyen to.
That's why he's still texting me.
That is why he's still poking you on the comm, and he's letting you know that he has a job you might be useful for, and maybe you should poke your rigger friend because it might be beneficial for both of you. But if you can bring your rigger friend, he'll knock off like 500 new yen for not having to find and hire another rigger.
You mean he's gonna give me 500 extra?
Oh, he's gonna take 500 off your debt.
That's like giving me 500 extra, though.
If that's what it feels like to you, sure.
That's how I rationalize it.
Excellent. There you go.
This is how I rationalize it. Though Connie will ask, so just to make sure that I understand what's going on here, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being easy and 10 being deadly, how would you describe this particular job?
If you don't piss off the muscle and do your homework, a 6.
Like a 6 as in like you feel like statistically speaking I'm gonna survive this, or like statistically speaking I should probably be a little extra careful.
Like, if you do your homework and don't piss off the muscle, you'll survive just fine.
What would happen if, say, because I didn't graduate school, so I don't really do homework. So like if like I cheated.
If you recon the job well, you'll be fine.
Okay, cool. As long as I understand the I can do it, and the extra 500 would be super awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. So, at this point in time, I assume you click over to your con to call Gwen, but before you do that, we're going to pan away and pan over to the sister duo of Nova and Kane. Are you two spending the evening together, or are you guys out doing separate things?
Probably together, honestly.
Okay. Fun thing.
Yeah, I'd say together. I mean, we established we like some music. Maybe we're out. Are we out at some concert?
We're in the middle of a
maybe
mosh
some
pit.
just like some shit tickets, floor, just raging out.
Troll thrash metal. So you guys are in the pit, and you get an ident on your comms, because luckily comms will go right to your contacts or your built-in things if you have them set up to do that. Even if you're in the middle of the pit, you can still get text messages, not have to look at your phone. Because we're in the futures.
Somewhat futures, yeah.
The futures.
10 years from now.
I mean, it's a little more than that, but yeah, I think we're
I'm joking.
It's like 2050 something, right?
It's 20. I believe we're in the 2080s now with 6th edition.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's a little bit further ahead. But you'll both get a indent from McBride, basically, who's a fixer you both know, who tends to do out pretty good work. The work tends to be a little bit. It pays well, but it tends to be jobs that aren't simple. You have to do a little bit more work to establish what you need to do, but it's pretty good pay. And you basically get the when you get a chance, ping me back type of message. You don't owe him anything, so he's not necessarily looking to hustle too hard. He does let you know it's a limited time offer, so you should get back to him sooner before he finds other muscle.
I call immediately while still in the mosh pit.
Okay. I assume you
I
filter
just
out.
give a knowing look, like you're calling. Yeah, okay.
He's like, yeah, thumbs up.
Do you throw on your headphones so you can filter out the noise? And
Sure,
actually
to be
conversation?
nice, I guess.
So you get a hold of McBride. He lets you know that he's got a Johnson that's looking for a gig that's going to be a grab job, and that they need some muscle. He's already contacted a face who might have a rigger. It'll be a little bit of a scout work into the actual pickup, but the Johnson says it's a pretty easy smash and grab if you do your homework. And he wants to know if you're interested.
Well, we are the muscle, so that's for sure. You called the right people. I just say, hold on, and I yell, just yell over the crowd. Kane, muscles, yeah.
I like switch my ear things where I can hear you. And I'm like, oh god, oh don't scream. What muscles?
Job, muscles. They need us.
Yeah, I am not broke, but could use more money.
Sure, we're in.
Sounds
We're
good.
bored.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's good.
I'll see you in a few hours then at a spot. He'll basically give you another bar. The bar name that's texted to you, Kane is very familiar with. Kane hangs out with the bartender there from time to time.
Is it a decent bar, like a bar that I would like, or is it like a?
It's a bar that caters to a different crowd than you normally hang out with.
Okay.
it's the thing your sister does that's slightly more sophisticated. Your sister recently has fallen in love with this idea of going to live actual theater, and so like it's like it's like the bar a lot of the theater folk hit afterwards. So that is the bar situation.
Great. That one.
Great.
I'm gonna give you the warning. I mean, a lot of the people sometimes, when you first meet them, are a lot. When you get to know them, it's good fun. You know, you're one of the fam kind of things.
Mhm. And we'll pan back to Connie. Is Connie making a phone call?
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Go beep boop bop bop. That's the sound that my numbers make,
Okay.
specifically. And then we'll call Gwen on the horn and see if she'll answer.
The phone does pick up, but it seems very like quick and erratic, almost as if the phone had almost dropped. And then you hear gunfire going off, and a shit, shit. Ah, what? What do you want? You made me lose it.
Hey, Gwen, how's it going? Sounds like you're real busy.
Daka 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 daka.
Damn it, I missed it again.
Could you be a little less busy? Just for like about a minute or so?
You're going to owe me for the pelt that I needed to get in. And then you just hear like a of metal crink back as if she kind of lifted the gun back up into a less dangerous position.
So I already owe you something. So let's just call it like a stackable. Let's just stack on top.
What?
And you're gonna come out in the positive. Negative with me, but positive with you. Right?
What do you want?
I got a job.
Congratulations, you made me lose mine.
But here's the thing, right? You could also have this job. Because I need a driver, and you're the only person that I know that can drive. Because I can't drive. You know I can't drive. I hate driving.
I'm
I
taking
get
your
real nervous
half.
behind the wheel. Huh?
I'm taking your half so it pays me back.
I mean, sure, that's not a big deal because I already owe McBride like way too much actually. So like, what's another couple hundred new yen or whatever?
Where are we meeting?
Hold on.
It sounds
See,
like
I did not do my homework already. I just forgot already. I didn't even ask. What's wrong with me? I mean,
Oh, has Gwen worked for McBride before, or is this the first time?
I feel like she's familiar with she's familiar with him, yeah.
You know that McBride tends to handle gigs that do pay out well.
Mhm.
Most of his gigs tend to most of his gigs, if he hires smart people, pay well and end up going well. If people don't do what they're supposed to do, they also might end up badly. So it's one of those situations where McBride's usually on the up and up. He's usually good at screening the Johnsons, and all ends up panning out as long as people do their homework, for lack of a better term. That's the term he likes to use. He likes the do your homework term.
Yeah,
There's
he likes
rumors
people
Mc-
to be informed, kind of, right?
Well, there's rumors in the street that McBride was a professor at one point in time before he became a fixer.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So I think as Connie's kind of desperately trying to figure out what bar he's in, Gwen will just say, I'll get on the road, just send it to me.
fantastic. What were you looking
Click.
for? Okay, no small talk for me. Next time, it'll be fine. It's fine.
You already flustered her once.
It's fine.
Calling McBride back to get the bar.
Yeah, because I forgot to ask that part.
It's the high note.
Well, I mean, I feel like it should have been something on my mind, but like I was
You heard-
distracted by old ladies and pachinko. There was a lot of stuff
You were
going on.
old ladies pachinko and 500 new yen off of if you could find the
No,
regular,
he's
right?
giving me a 500 extra.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what it was said. That's how I
Exactly.
understood it.
Exactly.
So yeah, I will call McBride again and say, I, it's really funny. You know, I always forget where you want to meet because it's always someplace different.
It is.
And
I stay mobile. We're meeting at the high note.
the high note, not the low note.
There's no
You
low
want to,
note.
I guess you want to start on a high note, and then we'll end on a high note too. I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I understand. It's
sure.
all a frame of mind.
Exactly. All right. So, Gwen, you text Gwen the location.
I bet you that she already contacted McBride and got the
Ah.
information first anyway.
Fair enough. Like,
And then
excellent.
when Connie looks at his phone, there's the location.
The high note.
Mhm.
I say out loud to no one in particular.
Now, it's probably about 1.5 kilometers away, so Connie could walk it if Connie wanted to walk it.
Connie
Himself.
will walk it because Connie can't drive.
That's fine. All right. So Connie is the first one to arrive because the meeting's not for a little while, but it takes a little while for Connie to walk that 1.5 kilometers. As you arrive,
I got short legs.
it's not super busy. If Connie is familiar with the theater crowd, this is kind of a post-theater bar. So because it's earlier on in the evening, there's still stuff going on. So there aren't a lot of people here yet. But there's an orc behind the bar. He seems to be. He's not the biggest orc you've ever seen. He's on the thinner side, but he's very lithe. But he's also serving the bar, tending drinks. Seems to be a very sensible person. And he's there just kind of hanging out. There's probably maybe 3 or 4 dozen people here all throughout the area. So it's not like empty, but it's also clearly designed to hold more people than this. It's not a dive bar.
Right.
More of it has way more of a lounge feel. There's an actual play. There's a player piano that's self-playing over in one area.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Smooth jazz is played in the background as Connie opens up their comm link and just sort of tries to find the Excel spreadsheet document on whether or not I actually have a tab here. Just to double check.
I'm gonna go with no. You do not have a tab right now here at this location.
Fantastic. So I'm going to walk up and I'm going to. I'd like your top shelf besties.
Sure, not a problem. What top shelf besties? I have lots of top shelf.
Dealer's choice. I trust you. You're the professional here.
Sounds good. And he starts making you a drink. He makes you a French 75.
Oh,
Fancy.
I want to. That
I
sounds
want-
fancy.
I want one.
Like whatever
Buddy.
the French 75 is, I want it in
Look it
real
up.
life.
It's actually one of my go-to drinks in real life.
So
Ooh.
Nice.
So yes, he makes
Oh,
you a
look
French.
at that.
Mhm.
Haha, oui, I feel so French right now. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
He's like, you opening up a tab, or are you gonna pay out
Yeah,
now?
let's open up a tab.
Not a problem. And he's like, you credit stick, or you want it linked to your SIN?
Hold on. I have a credit stick here somewhere. I know I do. I definitely do. I definitely don't.
Ooh, would this be a sly way for me to come into the scene?
Sure, you're more than welcome to show up in the scene anytime you
And
would
you
like.
slide your credit stick in.
I slide my cred stick in,
Sweet.
and Gwen will say, "I don't want anything. Just put it on him. Just put it on there."
Not a problem. You take the cred stick, and they take off 175 new yen because they asked for the most top shelf drink available.
My knight in shining armor.
This is why he likes her, because she has money.
My
There you
knight
go.
in shining armor comes in a metal steed all the time, coming down the road from the wilderness.
She sits down abruptly. Stop joking around.
What, you don't want this baguette style drink? It doesn't taste like a baguette.
Nothing baguette about. I'm not even gonna. He just looks a bit confused. When
I feel like I need to wear a beret.
you could wear a beret if you wanted. Did the sisters show up a little early, or are they going to show up right when the meeting time is? Are they going to hang out in the pit first?
Here's the question. I know you have a motorcycle.
It has 2 seats. Could I say it's a really custom-made big motorcycle?
It
You
has
can
to
have
be
a
big because you're a
you
troll.
can have a sidecar.
Sorry.
Fantastic. I get in the
Yeah, like the
sidecar.
normal one has 2 seats, but we're big people.
Yeah, I assume you got a sidecar, so you could also mount something on it if you needed to.
Yeah, for sure.
My fist and my
I
blade.
assume it would be a light machine gun, not your fist, but sure.
No,
My-
I like
either
my-
to joust off my bike with my fist.
I just use my
Can
blade.
can the sidecar just be shaped like a fist?
Can just be shaped like a fist.
Fantastic.
It can.
Absolutely.
Falcon Punch.
I feel like
Yep.
I feel like we should name the bike like the Iron Fist or something.
Sure. Crimson
With
Fist.
Steed's name.
Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to name it.
Nova's
Um,
listening to music still on her headphones, just like jamming out the entire time.
So I assume Gwen, as our rigger, knows a lot about mechanics and cars and motorcycles and all sorts of other things. So you're there for a few minutes, kind of avoiding the dance you and Connie seem to be making now, and you hear a very loud bike pull up. You're like, well, that's clearly a custom job.
And it's probably not legal.
Oh no, probably not.
Definitely not.
I rev it a bit.
The
just to make
license
sure.
says otherwise, but
Yeah, the license says otherwise.
The
but-
registration looks legit at first glance.
Connie, I forgot to ask, who
What?
else is in this job?
I don't know.
So I will let our two lovely sisters
Bust
make
in
their
the door.
appearance as you come in the door.
All I know is
Yeah.
that McBride was gonna tell me that he was gonna hire some two big muscles. And as the door opens, and like that looks like two big muscles right there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I'll let you describe yourselves.
Yeah, I feel like I just liking this place, coming here a lot. I'm definitely like the first one in and just like bust in the door. I've gone on like very flashy streetwear, as we just came from the club, you know. I don't know what would we decide about 8'5". I'm about 600 pounds. Hunter, that being extra muscle compared to my sister. General get up here, and I think I walk like straight to the bar. I look real serious. Like it's probably really concerning since y'all are standing there next to my buddy Trent, but I'm walking up looking real serious, and I like get up in his face. I'm like, "Nice to see you, buddy. How you doing?"
Yeah, the bartender is very happy to see this troll, and they exchange very nice pleasantries. He fixes her a drink right away. Yeah, slides it across. Clearly knows what she drinks. She seems to know this bar pretty well.
Nova follows in shortly after, who's also 8'5", but like thinner, like more still muscles, but like lithe like the bartender is. And she's wearing like a tube top and some baggy pants and lots of chains and shit. And she's also 8'5". And she has a backpack on at first glance. And there looks like a handle sticking out of it, but it's probably an umbrella, probably.
One of them is, I assume, by the way, Kane has some noticeable cyberware.
Oh, very much so. Like has a very, very noticeable leg. Probably has like, you know, kind of the undershave where you can see some of the scarring and the like neural
Very
stuff and
chromed
some
out.
scars. Yeah,
Got
very,
a lot
very
of chrome.
obvious.
Nova has a lot of
And I feel like
tattoos.
the look. I feel like too, like Kane's outfit is made in a way to show it off, where it's, you know, the mesh shirt to be like, oh, look how shiny and like LEDs.
So one of them
in
is
it,
very
you know?
chromed, and one of them is zero chrome. So it's a very interesting duo. Like,
I mean, to be fair, we are also an interesting duo. I realized that we didn't describe our
that's
characters
without
either.
which is the point now that I was going to get to, is like, here are the two people at the bar as you come in. You should describe yourselves.
Do you want to start?
Sure. So Gwen is 5'11". Obviously not as tall as our lovely trolls, but she's a lot taller than the other person that she's next to. She's very tall, kind of lithe as well. Kind of like athletic fit, but more like lots of cardio. She's got pale skin, kind of covered in freckles, You can kind of see where certain parts of her, like her shoulders and her nose, where the skin's a bit redder due to sunburning and stuff like that. And she's got very long red hair. I thinking of her augmentations, I think everything is pretty much hidden. So she looks normal. Because she has hair, so you can't really see anything's going on with the neural stuff that she has. But yeah, she looks a little bit rough and tumble with some dirt marks kind of here, there, and everywhere. And she has kind of like this portable toolkit that's kind of strapped to over her waist and along her thigh and stuff like that.
And
Yeah.
Connie is the shortest of the bunch, which I don't mind. He's like 5'3" on a good day,
I feel,
and
I feel like he's shrunk.
no, this is how short he was before.
I don't believe you.
This is how short he is today. Today he is this short, 5'3", and he doesn't look like he weighs a lot, but with all the augmentation that he has, it's all internal. So there's a density to the kid. And I say kid, but he's like 20 years old. So like he's more of like that spry, energetic kind of shorty. He's got dark curly black hair that's kind of like in this messy mop on the top, and his eyes are pitch black. Like if there was color there, you could barely see it. Uh, and with the different lightings and different kind of club settings, it just looks like it's pitch black. Um, as far as clothing is concerned, Connie has a relatively unassuming kind of dress. Like wears like plain jeans, sturdy jeans, Levi's, boots, and an armored coat. So it's kind of like a duster jacket and stuff like that. And that's about it. Uh, he's unassuming for a reason. So, but he is jumpy. Like he's like on the heels of his feet going up and down
Mhm.
because he's excited
Excellent.
for a new job.
Nice. So about probably after Kane gets their drink poured, and about maybe 90 seconds later, you all get the same like kind of group text that lets you know to kind of come to a come to the the back room. TK will get TK will give Kane a nod as they go to leave as well.
Oh, it appears that we are the team.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
How lucky am I
Like, looks
have
down.
to have all of
Very
these
lucky.
strong ladies around me? Wow.
Connie, you feel something sharp kick you in your shin.
This is an expensive drink, and I do not want to spill a single drop.
I don't know what you're talking about. Gwen.
Nova.
Kane.
Constantine Valentine, but you may call me Connie.
So as you approach the back, you will see McBride's normal muscle. He's usually accompanied also by a lady known as Patience. She's all of 5'7", but anybody that knows McBride knows that she is probably mostly chrome. She's one of those people that gets in the elevator and you're like, well, that weight limit's real close.
We've hit the
so-
weight
I feel like
limit.
I always ask her to like spar with me. I'm like, one of these days, you and me,
Mhm.
Paige. One of these days.
Oh, hey, Patience, what's up?
What's up, Patience? So as you come in, you see McBride. McBride is is not unassuming. He's about 5'8", 5'9", black guy, clean cut, older. He's got that kind of like I'm black and I hit 45 to 60 and you can't pin down my age now. But all
Ooh,
those, yeah, but
I
all
am-
those,
I
yep.
get it.
But all those rumors about him being a professor read kind of weirdly true. He has that aura of a professor. He's got some glasses. He almost usually has a physical book with him, and he seems to be reading as you guys all come in. Across from him is the classic Shadowrun Johnson. The classic, I'm in a black suit with a white shirt and a black tie, and I'm trying to be as not stand out as positive, but I'm clearly a corporate entity that is about to hire some Shadowrunners.
Nova immediately rolls her eyes.
It is the most archetypal, stereotypical. I am clearly here to do this thing. And McBride will look up and he's like, "Oh, it looks like our first round picks all came in. So it looks like everyone managed to make it. It's a pleasure to see you all again."
First round. I love being the first in the draft.
You're less first in the draft, more as in this job will square us. Everybody else here is a fairly reasonably high round draft pick.
Oh, you're that Connie.
I am the Connie. That is correct.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fine. I mean, we're gonna be square, and then I'll be plus 500, and it'll be great.
Sure. Whatever you think. All right. This is your Johnson. I'll have him explain the basics, and then I'll go over. And basically, he'll take out a data slate and push download to everybody's comms if they want it. If not, he will hand physical data slates out. It depends on what you would like to do.
Catching in, baby.
I'll grab it.
Let's consume information.
Excellent. So, what you can what it seems to be consuming real quick is that there is a scientist who you are being paid to extract from a location. This location seems to be like it appears on the surface to be a double A corp that is not necessarily up on the chopping block right now, but seems to be a double A corp facility. The kind of situation with it is the corp sits in one of those weird zones. We are in Denver for our game, and if we've looked at how much Denver has been carved up in the 2080s, it's kind of a bit of a mess. So it sits in this weird zone where it sits next to somewhere where the Tirnagal's place sits, which is the Elven nations of Shadowrun, and it sits next to a larger corporate zone for Ares. So the issue with it is it's a smaller corporation, but if you have to run, you could end up driving through people who will be very upset if you bring some heat through their territory.
When you
It's
say when you say a double A corp, that's like mid tier.
Yeah, that's like mid tier. That is not one of the big AAA, the Big Ten. It's not somebody who sits on the corporate court. It is a lower level grouping.
Got it.
And that is
You
that is
said it was
hand-
the elves and Ares? Was that what did you say?
it sits next to the elves, which are a nation state, not a corpo state, and it sits next to the Ares territory as for a corpo state. So your ins and out avenues are much smaller because if you do have to run, you end up with this problem of driving through territories that could get you in a bit of trouble. But the extraction, it basically, the over and under is the extraction will take, you have about a week to extract this person on a timetable. And you're good to go. You are to basically signal your Johnson, and they will have somebody ready at the extraction location for a 12-hour time period. So you'll basically have a 12-hour window after you signal the Johnson to get whatever you need to get done. But you have 7 days from today after accepting the job to do the job. This comes into getting your homework done, the classic McBride situation of have time to scout and look this over. If the job goes, there is an incentive for the job going down without any loss of life, which is normal for a lot of runs because killing people tends to draw ire. There's also a mixture of loss of life and low property damage does give a bonus because then this might not come back to whatever happens. So that's kind of the situation you find yourselves in if you want the job. It will pay out about 35K to everybody except Connie, which it pays out about 10K to.
I put down 35K for everybody, just all the notes and stuff like that. And I will not put the 10K because I don't understand that difference right now.
Yeah.
currently. I don't understand it. I do not acknowledge it.
You'll acknowledge it when Gwen asks for the other half of her money.
I don't know how much I owe Gwen. Um.
Your life.
Oh, so that's not a lot then. If it's just my
Yeah, that's
life,
like
right?
6K
It's
tops.
like
That's it. Yeah, no, you're right. Damn it, I should have asked for more.
um. Yeah. So who's the science man? Woman. Person.
The doctor in question.
Yes.
Doctor lady man person. Yeah. Who?
Doctor that you're being asked to retrieve. This is coming from the Johnson. The doctor you're being asked to retrieve is Doctor. Check my notes real quick because as a good DM, I have notes for all my NPCs that are named.
Ooh.
Make sure I'm pronouncing it.
Oh my god, you're not on fantasynamegenerator.com?
I'm not on fantasynamegenerator.com. I've not been paid to use fantasynamegenerator.com, so I'm not on fantasynamegenerator.com.
Valid.
It is a good go-to place to go.
This episode is not sponsored by.
But if you want to sponsor us, Fantasy Name Generator, contact
Except
me.
you, Raid Shadow Legends, we don't want you.
We don't want Raid Shadow Legends? Damn it. All right, all right.
I will take HelloFresh though.
Yeah.
Yes, these are all true things.
The name of the Doctor Man person.
The name of the Doctor Van person is Yaros Oskanovich.
Boskanovich.
I'm gonna need that typed out, but yeah, that'd be great.
I wrote Voskanovich. Yeah, that's what I wrote.
I think it's Voskanovich.
Oskanovich. I will get you the spelling.
I suck at spelling
Either
normal
way,
words.
Very good last name.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Do we know who this person is? Or in any special thing about them? Like, I want to know who they are, you know?
To be doing your homework.
I just want to know from the tippy top of my beautiful brain, if I can get any information like that. Like, oh, I know this name.
Yeah, give me a logic intuition check at a four hit. Let's say 4 hits.
That would be our memory check. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. According to this, I got 3 hits. So no.
You do know, like, the name sounds familiar. You can't remember exactly what it's going on. You feel like there's either a bio, like their specialty is either bio or it's cybernetics. You can't pin it down. That Boskanovich name is itching on the back of your mind, though. They're either a bio specialist or a cybernetic specialist. You can't quite remember.
Yeah. Well, Connie's gonna scrunch up his face like he's thinking real hard. It looks like something might break eventually, but
Might I also do the same check?
You can make the same check.
That's a 1. It makes sense. She doesn't go to the city.
I don't think I will know, but here we go. Nope, I don't. I got 0.
Well, we can't get any worse now.
I'm not even.
You
I don't even try.
Could botch it.
There's
You
no
could roll
reason
no
I know.
successes and a 1.
and then
Oh,
you
shit.
you just hurt yourself.
I would give you a really false dossier about a completely different scientist because I'm an evil DM.
Biotech or cybernetics? I don't quite remember.
Johnson
Says-
does not. The Johnson kind of peaks their eyebrows, surprised that you even have that amount of knowledge. Does not give you a response.
Mum's the word it is then.
I mean, I'm sure a quick search on the web would give us the answer anyway.
I don't actually
Not
think that's
necessarily.
true.
That's what everybody else did in the party, so I don't fucking know. I don't know how to use it.
The internet. What do? I don't know how to use it.
I don't
That
think
won't be
this
so
I don't think this person is necessarily Googleable.
Fair, I suppose. I'm gonna try anyway.
Don't worry though, we're gonna figure it out.
We'll deal with that in just a moment. So this is at the point where you guys wish to accept the job or not. I mean,
Yes.
if you say no, then the stream is over and we're done. Um,
And
We all go
stream.
home.
I'm not feeling it.
Insert
feel like at this
karaoke
point, though-
scene.
I feel like at this point, Kane's just like leaning back in the back of the room, like on one finger, trying to balance their combat axe, and just like, oh, whatever y'all want to do.
I mean,
Fully knows there's
35
no help in this situation.
I mean, 35 is a really, look, you're very reasonable with your 35K. Look, I'm looking out for all of you guys. I'm just saying. But, like, considering that we're going to be in a very narrow window between Elven territory and Ares territory, don't you think you need to, like, give us some opportunities like, hey, that 35K ain't going to get us very far if we're just doing some sort of, like, I don't know, some sort of, like, ambassadorial snafu. You know what I mean?
like McBride looks to you, looks back, and just kind of shrugs and goes, "I assume you would like to make a negotiation check to raise the amount."
At least by like another 5K across
Go
the
for
board.
it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
My one charisma self keeps my mouth shut.
4 hits.
4 hits. So the Johnson contemplates for a moment and goes, "Very well. So then, we will basically they'll increase the amount by like 4K for everybody, and give you guys, for lack of a better term, it plays into McBride's always do your homework. You can basically get a bit of an expense write-off, for lack of a better term. They'll basically recompensate you for something. For bring receipts at this point in time.
Hell yeah. I'm going to keep track of my per diem. I'm going to put it in my Excel document.
Excellent.
Y'all like that number? It's a good number?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
So it's 39K to everybody, and 14K for Connie.
That's right. Which is really 14.5. That's actually what it is. We'll take care and we'll find you, doctor.
Sounds good. All right. At that point in time, you guys exit to head back out the club, exit to go maybe find a base of operations, figure out what you would like to do, or are you guys going to start trying to discuss logistics in the middle of this private room?
The only thing I say after we leave and the door is closed is like, oh, don't kill people. That's no fun.
That's
We can't
pretty.
kill anybody?
Well, they said, like,
There's a bonus
less
for not
casualties.
leaving, for no murder. Didn't say no violence. They said no dead people. There is a difference.
I told myself back.
You know your magic weapon does stun or physical damage. Your choice.
As you say this, as Gwen kind of passes you to get her way out, she goes, "Yeah, well, I hope that the rumors don't end up being about us."
What rumors?
That people who are around you guys end up dead.
If I have anything to say about it, yeah, I definitely do. If they're assholes. If they're not assholes, they're probably fine.
And I'm not an asshole. That's so great.
Nova probably, like, glowers a little bit at that one. And she's like, one person that I know of, and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't either of our faults.
Well, it's never anybody's fault when somebody dies on a job.
Oh no, it was somebody's fucking fault.
Okay, so it was that guy's fault that he died on the job.
Well, good.
We are very careful people.
You all will be fine.
Yeah, that's the goal. So, not an issue, not an issue, not an issue, right? No issues here.
Connie's in the middle of telling everybody there's no issues, and Connie gets another ding on their comm.
Oh,
We've got issues.
Jeez, not again. Yeah, what is this?
It is the local Yakuza bookie you owe money to.
Ah, dang.
Basically giving you about the next 48 hours to pay up, or they're going to start collecting body parts.
Oh, dang. Oh, dang. How much is it again? I checked my Excel document.
Well, you owe them about 7,500 Nuyen.
Okay, 75 is manageable, I guess. Hey, can I get a week? Just give me like a week, guys.
You
just
have
got a good job.
the text back says 37 hours with the timer starting to tick down from there.
Okay, that's too dramatic. That is too much. Okay, I'll leave that on red, and I'll just start walking. Wait,
Gwen watches this happen.
have you guys tried this French 75? Damn near delicious. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of Paris. You know what I mean? Anyway, we need to try and figure out some place, a base of operations.
Is that call gonna be an issue?
Yes.
I mean, they don't usually find me until like maybe like a day after. So like it might be an issue like they said 36 hours. So then maybe like give it
48. It's 47 hours. It was the ticking time clock.
Okay, so 47 hours, which is what, like 3 days? I don't know math.
It's 2 days.
2 days, right? So we got. They usually can't find me for like another 12 hours, and usually I just go into the woods, and then that's usually fine.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of a thing that's gonna take us about a week.
Sure, which means that we just gotta be a little bit faster, right? We have a week for homework, but the due date is at the end of the week. But we can hurry up, get a little bit on the head of the work, and then we can just get it done super fast. That's usually how that works.
Who sent you the message? Can I just like kill him?
No. You can't just kill all the Yakuza. That's not usually how that works. I mean, I'd be impressed, but then, then we'd have a bigger issue on our hands. Specifically, everybody's gonna want to kill us, and I'm not into that.
Give me your
I'm not into
phone.
that. You're not into that. Nobody's into that.
Connie, give me your phone.
What? Okay, yeah, here.
She takes it and she starts tinkering away.
Maybe you can like change the timer so that way it looks different for them.
I don't think that's gonna work. She was just going to pay for his tab, so we don't have to worry about that.
No.
She holds her arms up so that he can't reach.
That's not fair. No. Can I get it?
Now I'm getting all of your pay.
I just negotiated an extra 4K. At least give me the 4K extra that I got.
I like them.
No. And then when she's done, I'm assuming I don't know, with cred sticks, if you have actual online accounts or if you actually have to put the cred
Like a
stick.
prepaid card.
You'd put the cred stick up there and you'd wire it to the account number they have for the
Okay, so she holds the phone up and she gets the cred stick and she does it, and then she drops your phone down and says, "There, now we don't have to worry about it.
It could have been interesting if we did have to worry about it.
We don't need the job to get compromised. I don't want to lose him."
Well, exciting,
As they're arguing, the bar starts to fill. The club starts to fill up a little bit more. It looks like some theater productions have gotten out. Is anybody looking around for people or other things, or just hanging out to this point in time?
I don't know anybody here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I think I want to go up to just kind of before it gets too hectic at the bar, kind of lean over to TK. Just hey, you got whoever back in that private room. Do you happen to have another that we could rent out for the week or something to just
for you, I can get you a room for the week. I can hook you up with that. Who are your friends? Who are your friends here?
Okay, well that's Nova. Oh, that's my sister. I don't think y'all have met. Nova, come here. Nova, come here.
No, you haven't.
They're
I
just
come over
buddy.
awkwardly.
This is Nova.
Hey.
We've known each other since birth.
Yeah,
Well,
Great.
that's how that usually works with siblings.
since her birth, but yeah.
Yeah, she had a few years ahead of me. But then we've got Connie over here and Gwen. We're all gonna try to not die this week together.
Good job not dying this week.
Hopefully.
It's a good
Every
goal.
week. It's a good goal.
It's my goal every week, honestly.
These days it's a daily goal.
So as Kane is totally introducing everybody, who wants to make a perception check? That's anybody that's not Kane.
I have.
Is it audio or visual?
It's visual. This person is very, very quiet.
I can do a visual, I believe. And I do have... No, that would be stupid if I was wearing my sunglasses tonight. So I'm just... So I'm just gonna roll my visual perception.
Roll that visual perception.
Quattro hits.
Okay, super. See
2.
this
2 for me.
for you. 2 is all you need. So we have 2, 2, and what else?
4.
4 and 2 is what you have.
Or 4 and 2. I did not hear yours, Julian, for Gwen.
Oh, I only got 2 dice, so I'm not gonna.
Oh, so a 4 and a 2. So
Yeah.
4 and 2, 4 and a 2. So what you see is there's an orc like creeping up behind Kane and like slowly starting to put their hands up, like they're gonna reach up and touch Kane's head or put their hands near Kane's head.
I will immediately put my arm in front of them and stop them. I'm not gonna try to hurt them because I don't know if this is a friend or not.
They look at you and go and give you like the shush sound, clearly this is a friendly-ish person. They're not trying to be, very scary.
She takes her fists back.
like it's a pretty, when you put your fist out and it runs into the orc's chest, it's a pretty solid orc. He's clearly been lifting some. But it does ruin the surprise. So Kane turns around and sees Axel hanging out, trying to sneak up on her.
Axel Rose, my favorite.
You're mean.
Hey.
Never mind.
Good effort. One of these days,
One of these days,
you'll actually sneak up on me. Maybe. It would have been today, but I had backup.
It would have been today.
Not sorry. Can't trust. I don't know who you are. Who's this?
Yeah, I don't trust him. I'm kidding.
Really?
This is
Don't trust
Axel.
me.
This is Axel. I'll give like a big, just like kind of rub the head, neck
Hug.
tussle. Yeah.
Mhm.
Name's
This is Axel. Where
So kind of puts his arm around Kane's waist in an awkward, clearly affectionate, but not it looks a lot like a situationship.
yeah,
I know
we're
that
both just
feeling.
like we're
That Axel?
That
Friends.
Axel. That Axel. Yeah. Yeah.
We're very friendly.
Friendly. We're
Very
very friendly.
Great,
Very
cool.
friendly.
Can we move on?
Me and
from
Gwen are
that?
super friendly too.
Oh.
Her face goes fucking red, and her head jerks off to one side. Do I have to roll the thing now?
Yes, you do
Yeah.
need to roll that thing now. That is definitely where you need to roll that thing now.
Okay, well, alright. Let's see if I can get it to on my charisma check. So it should be just charisma. I thought I had something to help me with charisma, but maybe I don't.
This is definitely that thing.
Does it say a charisma check or does it say something else specifically?
I think it's charisma check. Yeah, it's definitely a charisma check. Yeah, I have to make a difficulty 2. If I fail, I have to I cannot gain or spend edge until I succeed.
There you go.
That sucks.
In a specific situation.
Yeah.
So this would be that specific situation. It literally just happened right now.
Yeah. And she failed, and she just looks off to the side, and Connie just so happens to magically get kicked again. I don't know what happened in the shin.
Ow! Wow! Hey! Ow!
Yeah.
Do you
Are you kicking Connie or just love tap kicking Connie? Let's be real clear.
Enough for him to feel something.
Have to take a stun box of damage.
Sure.
I am fragile. I have 2 bodies. I am very fragile.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Jesus.
Oh, protect him.
I'm quite fragile. Thank you very much. I'll take the stun hit. I'll take the stun hit for role-play reasons.
It's clearly gonna bruise. Gwen kicked you. It's clearly going to bruise.
It's the same spot from earlier.
But
Yeah,
It's always the same spot.
You've been looking at buying those Shin armor pieces, and this just reinforces the moment you get money that buying Shin armor is really something you're gonna need to do.
Oh, one day I'll get it.
Axel, I would love to hang out, hear about the show, but we gotta go try and not die this week, so we gotta do some homework, you know.
Cool. We still getting together on Wednesday, or are you canceling on me?
How many days from now is Wednesday? What is today? Is today's Saturday?
We'll take today as like Monday. We'll go with the
Monday.
start. Yeah. So it's like 2 days. You got 2 days.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, I bet we'll need at least 2 days to prepare, right? So maybe we do our thing on Thursday, guys, so I can do my thing on Wednesday.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll
mean,
play it loosey goosey. I'm gonna try and push them to not Wednesday, so we can still.
Sounds good. You're good at pushing. We can discuss pushing. Yeah, that's not the point.
Wow.
I leave. I go to the room. I don't know where the room is. I just go to it.
It is quite legitimately a karaoke private room. It is a karaoke room that you have now rented out for a week.
So the same room like Gen Con.
Oh god, it's so small.
Very similar to the tiny Gen Con karaoke room.
I love
Perfect.
this room. This room is cozy.
Cozy.
I sit on the couch and hear a crack underneath of me, and I'm like,
Aww.
Yeah,
He is happy. He gives your hand a squeeze before you guys before you run off.
I'll just sleep in my car.
Karaoke room.
Oh, the room was for like our planning and stuff. I mean, I guess if you want to sleep in there, that's fine. I'm probably gonna go home and sleep, but this is kind of our I don't know, group study.
Headquarters.
I don't know how this works. I'm just here to make sure y'all don't get killed before the job gets done. So
And during and after.
and
That would-
during, yeah. Until the money hits our hand, I'm gonna make sure y'all don't die.
Yeah, and you know, like even after, there's no reason to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go out
Just-
of my way,
Yeah, no.
possibly, but like if you're here and something's wrong, yeah, I got your back. Unless you like fuck me over somehow.
When it's just the plan stuff. It's not. We're not gonna sing in there.
Fine, whatever. And she just goes in and then sees Nova with the cracked seat.
she's kind of like just staring off a little bit right now, not paying attention.
So
It's
now have a room that you can plan in that is soundproofed because it's a karaoke room. So you have a soundproofed planning room.
I'm like thumbing through the music,
Sure.
but they don't have any
Yeah, just
troll thrash rock, so I must
They
like.
do. They have a small troll thrash rock section. It's only like
It's not a good library though.
it's like
It's all
12 songs.
It's the mainstream stuff.
yeah.
Gross.
It's the 12 songs. So it's basically like the Metallic. It's the Metallica of troll thrash rock, but it's all like pre-Black Album. So it's not awful, but
It's
it's
all troll thrash rock that has already been put into Guitar Hero like then. Like
Yeah. It's
it's
very much that.
Makes sense.
It's that.
It was called Rock and Troll.
Yep. Actual.
so.
All right.
I want a shirt.
we'll play TKO later. Rock and Troll.
All right.
So okay, so I'm gonna need another French 77 while we're doing this because this is gonna take forever. We gotta make sure that we imbibe because not only is this homework, but this is also a social endeavor. For friendship and companionship, or at least working relationshipness.
Yeah, okay. I'll buy fresh round of drinks because I don't fully know how I'm helpful in our current situation.
I don't want anything to drink. I'm fine.
Water?
And then water's fine.
Okay.
It's the most expensive thing on the menu.
Yeah, it's
It's the most
Lots of
expensive
it.
thing on the menu.
So, we have a doctor, science man, woman, person. We haven't identified. But what is this AA Corp facility? Is it an Ares facility or is it
An Ares facility. It's not an Ares territory. It's Mastiff Biotechnic and Cybernetics. When you look it up. And basically it seems to be kind of this weird, it feels like it's an up and coming AA corp that might be making something, and you can get the inference that if you're snatching a scientist from something and there's rumors around the corp maybe making a breakthrough, this could be the scientist that made that breakthrough. It sits blocks away, so by close they do mean blocks. They don't mean like it's literally neck and neck with the Ares and the Elven territories. You have some blocks on either side. But during an escape situation, blocks get eaten up very quickly if you have to run. As what would make where and when you smash and grab this person the complicating factor.
Yeah. I would like to say... Oh, I'm sorry. I would like to say, at least for Gwen, she is currently trying to look at whatever imagery she could get of the roadways with the maps and stuff like that, to see if she can try to map out how to avoid triggering certain areas, or, you know, try to optimize the best escape path that we're going to need either going in or going out. And if I need to go out there and do it, then she can do that during the week.
Totally. Are we going to start more, or we want to start making plans for like how we want to observe the facility during the week? See if we can, because you have a picture of the doctor clearly.
Yeah.
See if you want to start looking at this doctor's schedule and how often they leave and come into the facility, things like that, or are we just what is the baseline plan we're looking to try to do here?
Okay.
So this is an extraction of an unwilling person, more than
as far as you
not
can
an
tell.
extraction of a taken
Yes.
person.
Probably.
Yes, this is a smashing. This is a grab. This is definitely
The only way that we're gonna know if this is a kidnapping or not is if this person is always in this AA facility, like never leaves the facility, or are they freely moving from facility to home? Because we can grab them anywhere, not necessarily the facility. So, you know, I'm more curious about the drama of the situation, though. You feel me? Like, I want to know why. This person in particular. I want to know why.
Connie, the more you know, the more it's going to make the job more complicated.
McBride told me to do my homework, and I intend to get an A+.
And how is that going to help us get her?
Because we need to know if we're taking this valuable asset from a place that has kidnapped said valuable asset and is keeping them away, locked away into like some sort of like dark facility, right? Or we're playing a part in some corporate espionage.
Are you trying to get blackmail?
No, I mean, I just want to know.
She squints.
I just want to know.
I don't trust you.
Again, there's a lot of drama that can be involved in this situation. I just want to know all the aspects of the drama so that way we're not caught up in it.
All right, so we have a couple things we can do. And I feel this is way more downtimey, montagey, couple of daisy situations rather than us doing the full blown.
Yeah, so I imagine that our main goal is to figure out what is the routine of the doctor. Because if the doctor is in the facility 100% of the time, then we have to hit a facility. If the doctor is free to go around, then maybe we can find a secondary location in which we can hit the location, and then that might be less security filled, and then we just kind of bebop away. But Gwen definitely needs to figure out like the boundaries of our escape route.
Yeah.
Could we not reach out to like a dagger or something and get them to pull some shit from the company?
You can.
Oh yeah,
This is kind of the montage we're going for.
We definitely can.
I'm gonna go to each individually and be like, we're gonna go. You guys got the job on Monday night. Tuesday, what does everybody want to do for their observation actions on Tuesday. So I'm gonna have everybody tell me what they would like to do. They can work in tandem. They can do them each separately. It's very much one of those situations that everybody seems to have goals and observations, and then we'll do some rolls based upon those what they would like to get done. And I have Gwen's already. It sounds like Gwen is going to drive those roads and figure out what the best escape routes are from the facility themselves first.
Yeah,
So
without
go ahead.
triggering. Oh, yeah.
No, super easy and legit.
Okay.
If you want to go ahead and give me, I mean, what's your total drive pool, by the way? Because I might just give you some stuff based upon your total pool rather than having to make
Her total pool is 6.
total pool. Pilot plus agility plus the.
What's your
Oh,
pilot
no.
plus agility?
Okay, my bad.
Plus-
I was looking
plus
at
the-
just pilot. So it is 6 plus 5, so 11.
And do you
Oh,
have
okay.
specialties or expertise?
No.
Okay. And do you have any bonuses from the vehicle itself?
That's a good question. Let us look at the Range Rover.
Range Rover.
Range Rover.
Do
Ba-da-da-da.
love me a Range Rover.
What out of the vehicle would help in this situation?
What are the vehicle stats, real quick, for me?
Hang-
Way we and the audience know.
Sure. So the Range Rover Model 2080 is
This is
a.
a commercial, by the way, that's just happening like as a scene transition.
It's like a really shitty like used car, but it has a handling of 4 with a modifier of 5, 12 acceleration, 16 body. It is a hefty boy. Pilot of 4, seat 7 with a
Nice.
speed from 20 to 160. I mean, that's like a pretty fast tank, and then it has an armor of 10 and a 4 for sensor.
Nice. So, go ahead and just give me a pull on your drive as you're driving around town. And I assume you're memorizing routes as well while you're doing this, which is why we're making the roll.
Yes. Okay, so just roll my
Just click on your pilot.
piloting with agility. And oh, that's not good. I only got 3.
Is fine.
Oh, okay.
Like 3 is fine. So with 3, you will realize that there are a couple routes that will get you in and out of the facility area pretty easily, back into the major parts of town, back into like areas where you can hide much more easily.
Okay.
You basically find 3 of them. You'll also notice, because you're kind of driving, or I assume you drive by the facility once or twice, not like you're not fucking circling it like a
Yes.
shark, but you do pass by once or twice. And during passing by in the facility, you'll notice that the facility does have some pretty high security. The walls are up there pretty high. It's reinforced concrete, so it's not like you're going to drive through anything but the 2 gates you found. You do notice that vehicles come in and out of the gates during normal business hours pretty regularly, so it's not like a high security facility. So it's this weird mix of clearly people looks like they can come and go, but it also looks like it's way more security than you thought it would be for a place that you could come and go from.
Okay. In terms of the type of vehicles that are going in and out of there,
They're mostly sedans, is what
mostly
you're seeing.
sedan. Okay.
They're mostly sedans, so you would be able to muscle any of what the cars you're seeing come in and out are. If you're a much larger vehicle.
Okay, cool.
We gotta name the Range Rover later.
Yes.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can name it later and then
Sure.
embarrass her more. Okay, so that sounds good. She will relay that information back to the others, I guess, while it happens in her montage.
Yep, sounds good. Next montage. Who has an idea of what they would like to do? Because I see some brains inkling.
My suggestion is for the Decker, but I don't know if I'm the right one to talk to them. But
You can just hiring a decker is a thing you can do, and I will make that your montage if that is how
Okay.
you would like to go about doing it.
yeah, I think if there's... Sorry, go
Know
ahead.
that you're going to be getting like 39k. So if you say, "Look, I'm gonna get 39k at the end of this job. I'll give you this much."
I mean, I have some money I can pay up front, too.
Everybody else has a little bit of cash. You're the only one that's super indebted.
I have some cash.
People here were like, we might have to use bribes and shit.
I'll call a Decker that we worked with one time
Sure.
and just... Maybe I saved their life or something, so they feel obligated to pay pay me back in some way. But I won't word it that way. Just be
You,
like,
you have
hey,
to do the thing. They'll cut you a deal. They'll do it. They normally do it for $3K. They'll do it for half price. 'Cause,
fantastic.
You stood in front of some bullets for them.
Yeah, those bullets hurt a lot.
Yeah. So you will meet up with Paco, the dwarven decorator, and he basically will hook you up, and I will now go to NPC stats and make a roll, so I will determine how much this is solely based on rolls.
Dun dun dun. How's your I don't know if you have a family. We never talked about that. How's your people, friends, family, whatever? You don't have to tell me who they are. I know people like to keep their shit secret.
He just got 4 hits, so he does actually get you some stuff. What specifically are you asking him to find for you?
Probably we mentioned getting information on Dr. What's her face? I have notes. They're in here.
Carlos von Gonabich.
Vonganovich.
Voskanovich.
Voskanovich. So I know we wanted to get their schedule and then also like what they did there, because they said cyber technology or biotech was mentioned. And then anything else they could get on them.
So if they look up stuff on Voskanovich, they will not be able to, unless you get them inside the facility, they will not be able to tell you what their schedule is inside the facility or what exactly they're working on. Specifically, they will be able to find the stuff out Voskanovich. They will let you know Voskanovich does leave the facility, and they don't leave the facility daily. They tend to leave the facility every couple of days. So whatever is going on there, Voskanovich is clearly taking their time to go over it. You're only looking up business information on them, correct?
If
Trying to look up personal information as well.
I would want whatever they can give me, so personal or business, whatever can get us an eye on them, because if the business side of things is like, oh, I can't get that unless I'm physically there, then I would go with personal.
Sure. And we're gonna say you have 4 questions to distribute between personal and business information. So give me four items of information you want that you think is relevant.
What is their home address?
That they do not have access to, but they can give you the whereabouts, the area in which they're going to be. As redacted information by their corp.
Damn it. That makes
But
sense.
you will find out that they are in a private, you will find out they are somewhere in a private apartment community in the nicer side of town. So hitting them at home is the equivalent of hitting them in their facility. Okay, there's going to be private security forces. You're going to probably have to deal with you'll probably have to deal with Lone Star. There's lots of things that could go wrong there.
Okay.
So it's one of those situations where they're in a gated community with private security. So hitting them, it's going to be the same as hitting them in this facility. That's the information you can kind of get out of that. But you also can't get their exact address because it's currently protected information.
If anybody else has any suggestions as well, that'd be great. What kind of car they drive? Vehicle they have?
The vehicle that you regularly see them transported in is a company vehicle. They're not driving a personal vehicle right now.
If a decker can figure this out, what's their regular go-to for takeout in their food places that they like to go to? Do they do a Yelp check-in every so often?
Do not seem to do a Yelp check-in, but there is food delivered. There is food delivered to the facilities on the days that the doctor does not leave. So you do know that they are having some food catered. That is, if you want to go with that one. You got one more. And you could actually know what their field is and what they're working on. Not this exact project, but why this thing might be important.
That
Is based upon the awards and based upon the field that is going on with Voskanovich, the rumor mill saying is they might have a new alpha wear equivalency level of cyber gear, aka much lower essence costs for your gear, your cybernetics. That is why they're probably getting snatched up, because they found a way to make cheaper, really high grade gear that's going to tank a market, and people are going to want to control that very easily.
cool.
The problems of being smart. See, this is why I'm not smart. Because people are just gonna snatch you.
This is, yes, that's why you're not gonna get snatched.
Never gonna get snatched because up here, empty.
That's such a bad thing.
That's also doubly why no one's gonna snatch me.
I mean, the Yakuza was about to.
Oh no, they weren't gonna snatch me. They were gonna kill me. That's two different things.
That's true. That's true. You're definitely right there.
All right, I'll share all that information with the group.
Very smart.
Excellent.
I'm
We've
very
got
smart.
2 more people who have observation runs or observations for Monday.
So I have an idea. I'm gonna throw it to the group first here because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I am a very recognizable individual. I kind of stand out in a crowd.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just about 2 feet or so, but I could, because I'm not charismatic, but I'm good at drinking with people. Maybe find like a bar some of the security guys go to and just like schmooze and talk. Because if I go anywhere close to the building, they're gonna know something's up. So I gotta stay away. But then
That's a good idea.
I people might recognize my face, but
No, I think that's a good idea, actually.
The 5 o'clock bar spot.
You know, they won't remember you if you get them so drunk that they can't remember the next morning.
Do we have something I could slip in drinks?
Hell yeah, you do.
I have
Tequila.
some toxins.
That's gonna make him throw up.
Oh, well, I have a bunch.
You can
Sometimes you get drunk.
There are drugs in the game that you can utilize in order to be able to like cause certain things to happen.
That's true. Yeah, you could
So-
just buy drugs.
So in general, we can look into the gear listing and see what kind of drugs we have available. I'm gonna scroll through really fast, so I probably can get to it.
I've got a lot of tabs open. I don't know which ones to look.
That is not a bad idea, but you are correct. You would be recognizable. You'd have to make sure they are off duty and offline when you get there as well.
Yeah.
That is not a bad thing. Or you could try to go in disguise.
I am friends with a lot of theater kids. There's costumes available.
You just be a different troll.
Yeah, there's no hiding I'm a troll, but
Yeah.
I could
Could
maybe
be.
not be an obviously cybered scary one. I could
Correct.
be maybe get like a big cardigan. That's non-threatening, right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
It's pretty non-threatening.
Yeah, I am a librarian at the local library.
I work with troubled
I'm-
troll youths to turn their lives around.
I'm here to retrieve books when they're overdue.
I mean, you could get some Zen that would just put them in a trance-like state. Doesn't last very long, though. Or you can get some long.
There's some fucking deep weed.
Deep weed.
Get the
Deep weed.
If-
But that's not what we're looking for.
If you get long haul, it lasts for 4 days.
Oh, well, if a bunch of people get sick, wait. No.
Oh no, that makes them awake
What?
for 4 days.
Oh,
That's the opposite of what we want. Can we get like anti-long haul?
Short haul?
short,
No, I
very,
don't
very
think.
short haul.
I don't think that works. I think you're just looking at other things. But yes, if you would like to get some drugs that are going to mess with memories, I will allow it.
Yeah.
But- What contacts do people have for things like that? Becomes the next universal question.
I
I
haven't.
probably should have worked on contacts, but I don't fully understand how those work in this game, so I didn't.
That
I
is
have
fair.
magic
I kind of
contact.
forgot that was a thing.
Ooh,
All good.
I have an idea for tomorrow. Okay, cool.
Good idea for tomorrow. Check. All right.
If you want to
Yes,
wait
if you
on
wanna
this,
spend-
but yeah.
Ah, okay, found it. Gamma scopolamine is an injection that once the primary effects wear off, the remaining residue in the victim's system acts as a truth serum for another hour. So that is the drug that we're looking for here.
So you want to your first person of observation is going acquiring some drugs. Is what it
And then
sounds
a
like
costume.
for Kate. A costume.
Yeah.
The costume will be much
Maybe
easier
I-
than the drugs.
Yeah, say maybe I loop this in with my whatever my Wednesday plans are with Axel, so we can also go to like the backstage and grab some cardigans after
That is
my
fair.
drug run.
After your drug Monday is spent getting drugs. All right, that's totally fair. I will totally let that happen. Your Monday is spent acquiring drugs. That leaves Connie. What's Connie gonna do on the first day of observation?
I already said it. I'm gonna
What?
start some drama, or rather, I'm going to discover the drama. Right?
Okay.
I wanna try and figure out who our Johnson works for, to know specifically who is asking for this person.
Sure.
You
How
know,
are
I
you going
want to
about trying to do that?
uh by using my brain, which I don't have a very good one, but
Mm-hmm.
if I can't figure it out, I'm gonna start making it up as I go. Specifically, I think what I want to do is I want to start. So we know that Dr. V is in cybertech,
Mm-hmm.
right? So on the Google, I'm gonna be like, cybertech, you know, like low essence, research, and I'm gonna see, which groups are kind of like on the cusp of figuring it out, right?
I
Aries
mean,
being one of them, but then, are there people who are like either too far behind to catch up, or are they like almost there and it's like a race,
roll
like
up.
it's a fucking
I think
arms
it's.
race.
I think it's like 5 of the big 3 already manufacture high-end, low-essence cyberware. I want to say
Yeah.
Horizon does, Aztec because they're number 2 in everything. Ares and RNK, like half of the big 3 all do this stuff.
I guess like
Half of the big
as
10 already do this stuff, not big 3.
hmm,
So like it's a big market, but the fact is, if they could do it cheaper or more effectively, the profit margins would go up. So if that's what the breakthrough is with that, then that would be the direction that any of them could be your Johnson.
I guess
You know it's not the dragon because they did not introduce themselves in German. Because there's a thing with Johnsons with the particular German company where they introduce themselves as Herr so and so, and this was introduced directly as a Johnson. So you know it's not Crump. That's what you do know.
okay, cool. So that narrows it down to nothing. So
Exactly. I mean, this would be beneficial to anybody, even if it's another double A hitting them.
I guess in my brain, I just want to know that the person that we're working for is not gonna like fuck with us either, or anything like that. But I feel like that's also like that's probably not the best thing. So I'm struggling. I think that at this point, then Connie is going to do some more like social investigation and sort of figure out like not necessarily like specific details, but sort of add to the social information that we can gain about Dr. V, like
Hmm?
what do they like to eat, what do they like to drink, um, you know, is there a coffee joint that they go to all the time? Sort of add to this social profile to sort of give us an opportunity, like figure out multiple opportunities.
So are
to
you
try
physically going to like the area around there to see if this person frequents these places, or what are you doing?
I mean, there is a nice side of town, so I guess like I'm gonna do the places to eat and chill and socialize around the facility, and then I'm gonna do it around their neighborhood.
Right,
And
give me a
see
roll
it.
for that. Charisma
What?
plus. You're mostly doing this through socializing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an influencer.
Yeah, so charisma plus influence. That sounds good.
Cool. Then we'll do that.
I'm sure you're very good at that.
4.
4.
And if
Excellent.
people smell me, it's even
Yeah.
better.
So what you'll come to realize is the doctor doesn't frequent too many places. Places the doctor does frequent, they always seem to be escorted by 2 people.
Two
So,
people. Who are those 2 people? Are they regulars? Like it's the same 2 people?
yes, it appears to be the same 2 people.
Okay,
You can
same
kind of
2.
speculate they're probably bodyguards of some sort.
Are they? Do I think that they are Ares bodyguards, or do I think that they're Doctor V's personal bodyguards? That's the difference.
It is hard to tell with that amount of information right now. They'd be weird if they were Ares bodyguards because they're not in Ares territory. They would probably be Mastiff Cybernetics bodyguards. It'd probably be whoever Mastiff hired to protect them.
Are they? Are they tech the fuck out?
One of them clearly has some chrome. The other one clearly does not.
Okay.
Hidden chrome.
Or mage.
Mm.
And if Dr. V is on like the cusp of like doing some really high end shit, that guard is guaranteed to have some of that high end shit.
Probably. All right.
Okay.
It is everybody go to bed on Monday night. No, Kane goes home.
Do I have a home?
Do you have a home?
Oh, I do want to say as well, Kane lives a life because she's currently 2 months prepaid on a high lifestyle, so she goes to a very nice home and goes to sleep in a very big bed with lots of pillows and lots of blankets.
Oh, I forgot the lifestyle part too. Shit.
I just
I forgot
crashed on
contacts,
Kane's
but
house.
Yeah, there's a guest room. It's just as comfy.
Nova and Kane go back to Cade's very schwanky apartment right now.
No,
Gwen goes to the back of their car, from my understanding, or does Gwen go someplace else?
I think Gwen has to stay in the vicinity of the city, unfortunately. Otherwise, I think it would be too much of a pain in the ass for her to drive all the way back and forth, back and forth.
It is a bit.
Yeah, so I think she just bunkers down in her car.
All right.
I imagine that Connie would sleep in like those single pod motels.
Oh my god.
You know, just sleep in a tiny little coffin or like rent out a coffin to sleep in.
Sounds good. So you guys get through Monday's observations. You've gotten some pretty interesting stuff, some little bits of fact finding. You guys get back together. You guys have a little role play scene about what you want to do on Tuesday.
we're gonna go on
Yeah.
break first.
Oh, sounds good.
We'll be back. Go have drinks and stuff. Okay, be back.
That's us.
everybody, and welcome back. And I believe we're on day 2 of observations and getting some roleplay in with the group now that they've all gotten together and had a day of looking over things. Also, I will remind the group as players, you won't have to pick a day to actually run this op, because you do only have 6 more days as the
We've already
time.
decided it's Thursday.
It's Thursday? It's at least going to be Thursday.
Yes.
Check.
Oh, well, if I can't get my cardigan until Wednesday, we can get my cardigan early. It's fine.
So I did have a suggestion, and we could throw this out if we want to go the route of the theater people. We could try to buy, if it's, I don't know how expensive it would be. I have a magic person. Could I get a magical necklace that is a physical mask for Kane?
I mean, you could, but Kane doesn't have the magic attribute, so Kane would not be able to access it really.
You can't use other items?
You can't use foci if you don't have magic.
Are there not foci that you can use? AKA like a hat of disguise?
Not really.
Damn
that's
it.
That's what all the cyberware equivalent stuff is for.
Okay, never
Like,
mind.
if Kane wants to go under the knife and get some cyber equivalencies,
And go through the...
Oh, I cannot do any more.
are you at like 0.1000000 essence?
I mean, I have 1.5.
Oh, you have plenty. That's
So,
plenty.
I could do, yeah, I could do some basic things, but...
You still have a whole point of essence. Wow, that's.
I mean, I did
Slacker.
have to delete after I picked all the cyber stuff I wanted. I did have to take 3 things off because I was over. They were all
Rookie
one or
numbers.
more. Yeah,
Rookie numbers there.
Mhm.
For a troll.
that's
Like I expect all my people when they're like, I'm going street say I'm 0.1000. Like we're doing almost pi math when we get out how many.
I was
decimal
also
places you
being
can make
safe
work.
with it because the
Mhm.
only game that I've ever had to use like augments is Cyberpunk, and if you get to 1 or lower, you're not okay. If you get to 2 or lower, you're not okay. So I was like, I don't know what the consequences are. I'm gonna leave me with 1.5 to play with.
The funny thing is, most of the consequences are magic doesn't heal you well, and we have no magical healing in this game. So
You're fine.
We're fine, you know. If
Yeah,
Kane
we're-
gets to ride again, she'll come back with even more augments.
more
Unless we can get one real quick. I do have contacts. I can make my eyes a different color. You know, we can switch out my contacts. Maybe
Contacts.
with my theater guys, they can give me a full second horn.
They
So
can give you a
people will be
prosthetic
looking for a
horn.
2-horned person.
They give-
Or
they
maybe they
definitely
get those
give you a
little
prosthetic
bitty ones. So it's like little bitty ones and a big
The
one.
itty bitty
we
horny
get some
committee.
prosthetic get some prosthetic horns in there. Yes, we can do the itty bitty horny committee. Um, that is a doable thing. But yes, so you guys meet back up on Tuesday to start with your observations of the day. What do we leave to you guys to get some roleplay in?
Guys, I got a lot of drugs.
Is that a normal? It's like that's the normal occurrence, or is that just special for this one?
You know, honestly, I don't think I've ever bought drugs before. So it's pretty new for me.
I'm glad that
I've been given drugs. I haven't actively sought them out.
Oh well, you know, there's a first time for everything. You know, like that's great. That's great for you. Have you noticed that there's like a version in this karaoke book?
What?
I don't know that
Is
song.
that like
I mean,
our first?
I mean, like we don't have time, obviously, because we gotta.
I mean, I have
Or
plans tomorrow,
copyright
so, like,
laws.
could
Yeah.
just
Maybe
Bill, real quick.
maybe we should do it as like a reward. You know, like sort of like a personal reward.
like if we hit all of our goals today, or like when the job's done.
I don't think they like that kind of music.
I mean, I like the thrash rock one that's like a whore instead of like a virgin. That one's really good.
Yay.
I mean, we can always compromise. We can do like a 3-set list, you know, as a reward for a good job. You know, it keeps us motivated as a group.
No, it's fine. I'm feeling I'm in another situation.
Hey, maybe you get the 2 this time.
Oh my god, maybe. Wait, I hit it. Did it? Hello?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it just took that long to say no.
No.
So Gwen gets very red in the face, turns her head away, but then she kind of drops like a tablet down that is kind of like a series of like maps and routes and whatnot, and she'll kind of quickly spout, those are the 3 ways so we can get it in and out. Super easy. One brushes up against the other territory. I was thinking about just going there and seeing if there's a way to get them to look the other way if we do have to go that route.
Ares one or the Elven one?
The Elven one.
Okay.
Well, that's good that we have a couple options.
And you know what? You're one with the forest usually. You know, you're very outdoorsy. Maybe the elves would appreciate one that appreciates nature.
Yeah, sure. Or I could just interest them in trades.
Both are good options, yeah. What the fuck did I do yesterday? Oh yeah, the Decker. Paco? Paco. He gave me some information. Basically, this person doesn't go home very much, but when they do, it's probably a no-go either way, because it's like just as secure as the fucking facility, because he's some rich douchebag. Or she. I forget. What are their pronouns again?
You didn't actually get it. You were given a doctor's name, but if you look at the photo, it's fairly androgynous. It's probably, it might be they, them. You're not exactly
Okay.
sure.
They should not be attacked at home. It's not a safe bet. Also, Lone Star probably will be involved. Do they order takeout? A lot.
I love takeout.
They stay at the facility a couple days in a row, and then they leave using a vehicle car or a company vehicle. So we could get them then, but
I mean, I had a very interesting time myself because I was doing a little light stalking, you know what I mean? And so I was chasing them around both neighborhoods, you know, the neighborhood that they live in and the neighborhood of their facility. I looked at all the Starbuckses, the Dunks. I looked at all the different places that they could have possibly gone to, and you know what I noticed? You know what was consistent the entire time? Besides trash taste, that's a lie. I do like my Dunks. But what was consistent the entire time were the 2 people that were with them the entire time. So if we get them, if we do a smash and grab somewhere in between the travel between facility to home, which I feel like is the best opportunity for us, if we do something along those lines, there's going to be 2 people that we're going to have to contend with. One that looks chrome the fuck out. Let me tell you, like, chrome. Chrome dome.
I mean, I could take care of him pretty easily.
And the other one's not so much, so I can only assume that they are either equally as chromed out internally or they're fucking mage. So, you know, as opposed to having to deal with security at one place at the facility or security in Lone Star at the nice gated community that they live in, somewhere in between.
I mean, we might have to deal with the security of Lone Star either way if they see us trying to do something in the middle of the street, but
Hey, you know what we can do is we can always, like, you know, check out the police scanners.
it's fair.
Maybe we can try to get a jammer in one of the routes, and she kind of pulls the tablet out and kind of pans it out, and she'll start pointing at all the intersections. If we can get all of these covered, then they can't track us.
It's fair.
Or not as good.
Jammer's the much better bet than trying to crack Lone Star's security without a Decker.
Yeah.
I mean, how much is a jammer?
Cheaper than hiring a Decker to crack Lone Star's security.
I wouldn't be hiring nothing anyway. This is not money that I'm going to be throwing around in any shape or form. Oh, yeah, we got receipts. Make sure that you track your gas mileage, because they're going to pay for it.
I have
Receipt of Decker.
Especially if we do a clean job, they'll definitely pay for it. Maybe they'll do like high cola on the per diem. I drank a lot of dunks while I was watching this guy. You know what I mean? So like,
Is there like EMP in this game essentially, or anything
of,
like a little grenade we could throw in while they're driving? And
the jammer is the best bet to jam signals, and then you just and then to probably force the car off the road and go to town.
hell to the yeah. Blaine, you're really good at that sort of stuff. The driving part.
I mean, I can be pretty quick, but cool.
Well, you haven't seen Big Betty yet, have you?
Who? Is that your car?
Yes, that's my car.
It's a cool name.
Sorry. What did you call it?
Big Betty.
Why is it Big Betty?
It's alliterative, sort of like how Range Rover is alliterative.
Why does it have to be Betty? Can it be like, I don't know, Big Brian? No,
Brian?
that's...
You know what? No, I do like this. The name has changed. Court has assigned it officially. You are all witnesses. The Range Rover's name is now Big Brian.
Did you know,
what
Brian?
about changing mine to Brass Knuckles? I think that's more fun.
Sure.
But
Are you going to buy Big Brian some truck nuts or no?
No. She's so upset. She's so she's awkwardly tucked up on whatever corner of the couch that they're respectively tilted on.
Legit. All right. So looks like you've coalesced. You figured out you have jammer plans. You're gonna want to do some things there. What does Tuesday's observations look like? People trying to do some more scouting? Are they going to be looking at acquiring some jammers? What are people thinking?
It's a question. I got drugs, but if we're not gonna hit them in the facility, I don't think I need to do the costuming and tracking down people. Now we just have drugs for fun.
We have drugs for fun. Yeah, we had drugs for fun.
Well,
Yeah,
the
and
drugs.
If we're not gonna go to the facility, I won't need to know what the security at the facility is doing.
Okay.
Oh, the drugs, the gamma scopes supposed to mean.
Yeah, that was
Truth
Yes.
serum, essentially, right?
Yes, the gamma scopolamine.
That's great.
That sounds like what I say when I call my doctor and they ask me what medications I'm on. I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. And then they're like, you mean this one? I'm like, yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, dude, that happens to me all the time.
Absolutely.
Well, I guess if we're going the possible jammer route, then does somebody want to go and purchase a jammer, or am I spending more money?
I can go get the.
I can go. I'm sure I could find somebody that I don't owe as much to get a jammer.
Why don't I go with you to pay for it, and then you can just get the deal?
Yeah, that's what.
But we're going somewhere you don't owe.
Can I
So I'm not
get
paying
receipts for
anything.
drugs?
Probably.
Probably not.
No,
Yeah, I
we
feel
can.
like that's one of those things like you can expense alcohol, probably not drugs.
Unless we prove we used it.
Are the drugs used for medicinal purposes?
Be really kinky. So yeah, we're
Wait,
going.
Actually, no. I see what you're doing. Can Gwen look to see what you bought?
Yeah. So it was the gamma. I can't say it without looking at it.
Oh, it's okay.
Gamma.
But yeah, I just hand it over.
Okay. Paul, is there something that I can roll to see if this might be something worthwhile for the elven folk to be interested in?
Probably not super worthwhile. I mean, it's an attainable street drug that has a side effect of being a truth serum.
Okay, so not.
They're a nation state. They have way better ways to enact the truth from individuals.
Oh, okay. So Gwen kind of just
I
shrugs.
mean, dazed and immobilized. I could literally just jam it into someone or fight, and that'd be fun.
No, because here's the thing. Gwen has this really cool gun.
I have a couple guns.
Very cool gun. I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing, but it's called the Super Squirter.
I just look at.
Mary's S3 Super Squirt.
I don't know what that is.
Somehow
She
works.
says it with a completely straight face. She doesn't realize what
I-
it sounds like.
Eh?
It's a toxin emitter, basically.
Oh,
Gun
that's
that
cool.
shoots- It's a gun that shoots toxins and drugs.
I just
Right,
have
she's
this,
one of
and she
these
pulls out a blade.
It's something that we can use to make a getaway if we need to.
It's fair.
Because the initial effects, uh, dizziness and slurred speech, and if like we can get those two bodyguards to be all sorts of disorientated,
I mean, I can
you know,
shock them.
I mean, yes, we can also wallop them, which is also super effective. But it would be easier to wallop them if they were also a little dizzy. That's a weird noise that's happening in the background there.
It's like cats murdering each other.
Okay, so how about this? Me and Nova, we're gonna go get the jammer. Gwen and Kane, y'all could go find the perfect spot. Or find like the most like ideal direction in which, in theory, if this person was to leave the facility to head home, what would be the most ideal path that they would take? Because I know these science types, they like to be fuel efficient, you know what I mean?
Creatures of habit, too.
Right.
Exactly. So they'll probably find a very specific type of path, possibly crossing at least one or two Dunkin' Donuts.
How many jammers do we
We need
need?
to locate all the Dunkin' Donuts and the path and see where they all connect.
Exactly.
How many alleys are there, or cross sections are there that we need to jam?
You don't have you just need the one where you'd be hitting them.
Yeah. Once we
That's the
find
minimum.
once we find the ideal ambush spot, then we can fit like it only needs one jammer probably. We just need to
Because it probably has a certain radius.
yeah. And, any other ambush tactical kind of things, if we want to find some spikies, like wah, wah, wah,
Have
that
been
kind of thing.
toying with some explosives in my free time. Not great at it, but you see the like burn on the one arm that does still have a little bit of like skin to it. But it's a skill I'm looking to improve upon.
Let's take the opportunity to be creative, spice things up in our mundane lives.
I would like to sadly point out that explosives will cause property damage and/or death. We have been specifically asked
we're
to
not supposed
minimize
do
that.
right?
Well,
I
we
know,
don't
I'm
wanna kill
disappointed
the
too.
doctor. We don't want to kill the doctor, but minimal property damage.
Like
If
an
it's just-
intersection out of the whole city.
If
If
it's
we
just
can get
one-
away with no property damage, that would probably be better.
I mean, yes, the less of a statement that we make, the better.
Connie,
Yeah.
stop talking and go get the jammer.
Okay.
And she just gets up, picks up her little tablet and goes, "Let's go find a Dunkin' Donuts."
Can you give me Americano on your way back?
Yes.
Cool, thanks.
Absolutely.
Iced, thanks. Extra large, super size.
Of course, of course.
15 shots of espresso.
15. Oh wow, you're up a couple of shots from the last one.
Gwen just blinks and just continues.
Neither of us know how to drive, so
We're walking.
how far?
The
Yeah,
public
that's
transit.
we're the drivers.
We're
Yeah.
walking. Well, yeah, the drivers would know the best places to drive and to find ambush locations. The ones that are the person who holds the aux cable will walk to the night market.
How far of a walk is it?
So I will cover the drivers first.
Okay.
The drivers quickly realize this entire Dunkin' Donuts thing has nothing to do with the doctor's actual route.
Oh, I figured. I figured
Yeah.
it didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
There was no guarantee that a Dunkin' would be on the doctor's route.
No, Connie is just like talking about Dunkin' Donuts and liking Dunkin' Donuts. Like it's that there's no correlation between Dunkin' Donuts and the routes and the route the doctor seems to take.
We go to Dunkin' Donuts anyway, just to satisfy
You do.
Nova's
Need for
coffee
Need
an
for a
Americano.
Dunkachino.
Need for an Americano.
Yes.
Yes. So, we'll do, not a problem. What you do realize is there is one good intersection that does correlate with your escape routes. It takes you closer to the elven side of it takes you to one that's closer to the elven side. It works. You the one thing Connie was right about is some spike strips are probably a good idea in this particular case. And it's one of those situations where if you time everything right, you can probably get away with spiking, jamming, trying to hit the bodyguards and get the doctor out of there as fast as you can. But it's going to take a level of coordination. But there's no donut or Dunkin' situation involved in this level of coordination.
Okay. I think as Gwen kind of makes the drive about, she kind of looks back over to the elven side, and then she looks over to Kane and goes, "I still think it's a."
Here.
Whoa, that was weird.
Hey, Discord fully reset itself.
Oh no.
Whoa! At the same time for both of you?
Yeah, that's so weird. So Gwen.
Everything just went
Wait,
black.
hold on, because I don't know if Nikki is good.
Nikki's back.
I'm good.
Luckily,
Is
Nikki
our-
will just. I want to restart that. Is our recording good?
The recording didn't stop. At Discord shut down for a second.
We'll
Oh,
double
no.
check to make sure you're recording well still. We can also put a little break there for if you need to edit.
I'm not editing shit.
Not editing shit. Fuck yeah, doing it live.
It's live.
It's live as it can be.
Yeah. This is what would happen in real life. It's fine.
By
Very
live,
true.
we mean pre-recorded. All right.
All right. So after both Kane and Gwen do their rounds, Gwen looks back over to the elven side of town and she says, "I still think it's worth to go over there to see if we can smooth things out. Prevent us having any more hiccups like the fucking Yakuza."
Probably smart. You seem to know Connie a lot better than the rumors I've heard. Do you know? Are there any debts on that side we should be worried about?
As Gwen digs into her the recesses of her memory, I'm assuming that's a memory check.
It's a memory check.
What does it mean if it's yellow? Oh no, that's 3 1s.
Sweet. Oh no, there's totally like Ani is probably wanted for like espionage inside of the Elven area, and if you were to proceed to go through there with Connie, there's a high probability that if Connie is spotted there, they would be detained in a political manner.
She like leans over.
That's what your memory tells you with that great big botch.
Awesome. Gwen blinks and then leans over to Kane and says, "Let's just say that Connie shouldn't be seen dead or alive over there. Period."
I need to be in I need to be in a Schrodinger situation in the Elven territory.
That sounds like it. That's what Gwen remembers.
Look,
Okay.
he's not a terrible person, but he gets into a lot of shit situations. I'm pretty. She squints. I'm pretty sure that it's very bad there.
So maybe any conversations had we just don't bring up.
No, I wouldn't do that anyway.
Fair. I mean, I know nothing about whatever goes on with this corporation or this elven territory, so I'm gonna lean on you. But
I wouldn't.
anything I can do to help.
It seems like people like you, so you should probably be the one that does most of the talking. I'm not good with people. Or elves. Or
Look, I'm
whatever.
good with my people. There's a very small percentage of the population that finds me charismatic. But I can try.
You can keep telling
I'm
yourself
big and
that.
scary. Sometimes people like to hire big and scary people. So,
Well,
if anything.
maybe elves like big and scary. She turns off into the. She turns off to go park somewhere, and they'll wander over.
Nova
That
feels
probably would
sad
be-
for some reason randomly.
It's okay. We can get some dunks.
Oh, they're getting us Dunkin' Donuts.
No, I mean we doubled the dunks.
I don't know if I mean, I could have 30 shots of espresso in one day. Nothing hasn't killed me yet.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna be wired as fuck.
You
So
don't
you
sleep
guys will
until the
park the
operation.
car before you head into the
Yes.
we head into the Elven area, and then we're also going to the night market, I believe. The two of you are walking there.
Yeah, we're walking to the night market.
Depending on how far it is, and also
It's
how annoyed
a few
Nova gets
miles.
it.
It's a few kilometers. It is very hard for Connie to keep with your very long troll stride, because you know your thighs are as thick as Connie is round, and like it's one of those like situations.
I have muscle toner, which raises my agility. So like even though
You're speed walking it? Are you
yeah,
power
so-
walking it? Or
yeah,
are you, like,
so
jogging?
so Nova is walking normally. Connie, for every like one step that Nova makes, Connie makes 3.5. You know, like it is to keep up, but he is not winded because of his augmentation.
Sounds good. So you've got that power walk going.
Don't stop me now.
Go ahead and Connie, give me a perception roll.
Oh boy. It's a visual?
Yeah, sure.
I got a 3. Hits.
3. As you're heading into the night market, you totally recognize a Eastern Bloc-esque individual, probably from Moldovia, or formerly known as Moldovia, that you owe some Nuyen to, and you've been avoiding, and it's just a thing, a little bit of a problem.
We need
You
to go.
do recognize when you see that the booth they're standing next to definitely has the jammer you're looking for.
Man, oh man, you know what I really would like to get? Some street meat. I think that we should go and get ourselves some undistinguishable street meat, you know, to just kind of tie us over.
Wow,
Just a
it's
little
like
bit.
it's right there.
I mean, I'm really hungry.
I can look
No.
over at the booth.
Mm-hmm. You just walk right up. Doesn't seem to bother you, and ain't nothing seems to stand out to you. It's like two humans standing there having a conversation about something.
I'm a reasonable distance away. Like, no.
Okay. I just like glance back and just shrug and then go. I just need a jammer, please.
As you like glance back, the dude that was talking to the guy like turns and looks past you and sees Connie and like just walks by you. Doesn't say anything to you. Just walks by you and starts walking towards Connie.
Keeping an eye on this.
What's up?
I'll keep an eye on that, but just be like, I just need a jammer. Be great.
Sure. Yeah, they have a nice one right there. They'll sell it to you outright for like, you know, unless you would like to negotiate or have Connie try to walk up and negotiate.
Connie's a little busy.
No, we can do it this way. Connie's gonna start power walking like in a wide circle, like and like go back to the front of go to the merchant and say like, how much does it cost?
Yes. Go ahead and roll me the negotiation as
Standing in front of.
as the Moldovan starts to approach you.
I got 4 hits.
Sure. They're gonna reduce the price by like 150 nuyen.
Fantastic, love it. We'll take it. It's gonna be awesome. I gotta go keep walking. So I'm gonna do another loop. So excuse me. And then just start.
How much do I owe you?
It would have been like 750. It was like 6 now for the jammer you were looking for.
Fantastic. I grab the jammer. Pleasure doing business with you, and then I start following the person following Connie.
Sweet. So,
Walking.
Honey, you want to give me another visual check? You can also get another visual one for this one as well.
Another 4 hits.
Dang.
You realize that you are you realize that they realize that you're walking and that you are now about to walk into 2 more people.
We're playing Snake. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna cut into like another.
No, by 2 more people, I mean 2 more Moldovians that are probably running buddies of this person. turning into one of those situations where you're about to get cornered because you took another lap around, and now it's.
I got 3.
So, surely
You'll
I
also
can
realize it looks like Connie is probably about to bump into some more people Connie owes money to.
No.
He is not looking in the best of situations here.
Joke's on you. I have 0 shame. So I
Uh-huh.
am going. So Connie, when he notices that there's like 1, 2, 3, like one guy to the north of me, one guy to the east of me, one guy to the west of me, one guy behind me. Guess what? No one thought about northeast, so I'm just gonna like jump behind. Like I'm just gonna do like a quick like. Excuse me, sorry, I just gotta go right behind your desk here. So just give me 1 second here, and I'm just gonna jump.
It turns into that kerfuffle from that
Yeah.
you see in the marketplace where like people are buffling. The person who Connie is like trying to shove by like reaches under their counter probably for a weapon because they think they might be getting robbed right now because somebody's coming behind the counter. And you're kind of stuck in that situation. What does everybody want to do? We're not really in real rounds or anything yet, but we're in that this is about to go badly.
I'm gonna rush forward and just like stand in the way of the 3 guys.
It's 2 guys kind of on one side and 1 guy following Connie.
Well, then I will just look at the guy who I'm following and reach up and touch him on the shoulder, be like, "Excuse me, would you like to talk for a second? Just for a second, hot second."
They turn back and look up at the troll. They're a little annoyed, but you're a troll, so there's that moment of like, what can we do? Like, what can
Think
we do
about it.
for you situation? Yeah, they're thinking about it.
You're kind of interrupting my day a little bit, and I don't appreciate that. So, how can we make this not happen?
So you're an associate of Constantine's then?
Associate's a loose word, but they're here with me today, yes.
Excellent. Constantine has in possession some things that our illustrious head of our family would like back.
Interesting. What kind of things?
A few heirloom items that were entrusted to Constantine as part of a bargain. There's a ring and a pocket watch.
Ring and a pocket watch. That sucks.
Does suck. It sucks for a lot of people. See, because until Constantine can get those to us, there needs to be a conversation with Constantine, and some things will be extracted. Now, if you're an associate of Constantine and you're here to protect Constantine, we'll have a problem with us, and we would hate to have a problem with you because you seem like a sensible person.
I would love for you to have a problem with me because I'm really wild up right this second, honestly.
Oh, okay.
But,
Sure.
seeing Connie like, no.
If that is what you want. Are you like still holding on to this person?
No, I like let go and I'm crossing my arms right now while talking to them.
Like they take several steps away from you, and they're like,
That's-
"All right, if that is what you want, not a problem." And they'll just literally turn around and walk into the crowd, unless you try to physically stop them in the middle of the area.
How bad would it be for me to like just try to knock them out right now?
Well, you're in the middle of the night market. You're probably about to assault someone, so it's awkward. If the people organizing the night market don't like what happens, you get kicked out and not be able to come back, and that's a pain in the butt because you get a lot of stuff from here.
That's fair.
They walked away, so like it's not that serious.
They're gonna be back. Excuse me, I need to collect this, I say to the person that Connie walked behind and just grabbed Connie and pulled him on the other side of the booth.
Like a cat just grabbed by the scruff of the jacket and just carry away.
I'm gonna keep my eye out though for them following and wait till I'm out of the night market. On guard and prepared for them to ambush. Potentially.
Man, oh man, I can't believe how popular I am.
Why do you owe someone a family heirloom or two?
No, no, no. See, that's not what happened. See, that was not their family heirloom. See, there was some sort of like contention as far as like who actually owned the family heirloom, and the other family who had claims to the family heirloom hired me to try and get it back. You know what I mean? So there was like, there was a problem with who owned what, and so I went over looking a little bit more legitimate than I currently look right now. I am aware that I'm not. Anyway, I went over there claiming that I could protect their heirlooms. Basically, I just gave it back to the people who were the rightful owners according to their word. And you know what? I trust whoever's gonna pay me. So,
So you're saying... Cool. Great. Awesome. You don't need... you know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Great.
yeah, I am deeply ashamed
I don't think
of
you are.
what happens on a regular basis, on my day-to-day, honestly.
Um,
So
Are-
you're saying you're keeping on alert?
yeah, is my key focus like automatically on? Or do I have to turn them on?
Unless the power says turn them on, they're just on.
I don't think they do. Okay. I just make sure that like I just run my finger over one of the tattoos to make sure it's like active and my armor is on. For no reason whatsoever.
No reason whatsoever. Go ahead and give me a roll for your perception.
I am about like, probably like 80% sure. 80% sure that
Can I
this is not going to be a problem.
can I put my have my headphones on and turn it to listening for footsteps coming up behind me?
Sure. You will not get a bonus to that for that.
I have +1 to oral perception.
I'm aware, but you funneled it for the wrong particular thing.
Oh, okay. I can pick 3 things.
Sure. If you want to pick more things, you can pick more things. I mean, is one of them Connie, or are you just completely drowning out whatever Connie's saying? Is the
That's probably a good idea because Connie's not stopping.
Drowning out what Connie's saying.
What 3 things? What other 2 things are you looking to particularly, for?
Damn it! What other ones should I listen for? I would know because if I would. Nikki doesn't know, but I feel like Nova would know.
Drones are probably a good one. So like aerial vehicles and maybe cars.
Sure. Those 2 things. We'll do that.
So you will have a bonus then, a +1 bonus to your roll.
It didn't add the +1.
Just roll 1 more die. That's fine.
I rolled 2 die. Oops. That's a 3 though. So 2 successes.
Successes. So as you're kind of rounding the corner to where like one of the side alleys in the main street pop up, you just in time realize a car comes not barreling towards you, but rolling up rather quickly on you. Out of the window.
Push Connie behind me.
Good call. As the windows of the car roll down, you're going to be peppered with bullets.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. We'll be fine. I mean, no, you can't hear Connie right now, but his mouth has been flapping the whole time.
She could see.
Yeah.
To like Kane and Gwen, and I'm like, man, I really wish I would have went on that shopping trip. That seems so much easier than talking to like an elven. They're gonna hate us.
They're
They're
gonna
having
hate.
such a better day.
So, do I get any bonus edge?
Gwen knows better.
What's up?
Do I get any bonus edge for my defense versus their attack?
You will get 2 bonus edge for the scene for the defense versus the attack. I was just gonna run a quick roll of these 2 guys roll up and shoot at you real quick and then drive away, unless you would like to initiate a really big combat.
I would like to kill them both now.
I mean, it's a car where windows were rolled down and shots were fired from, so
I can rip a door off.
they did not pull up next to you.
It's a drive-by.
It's a drive-by.
I can try.
Because you're a troll, and they don't pick fights with trolls in anywhere near that puts them in arm's reach most of the time.
Alright, so defense rating for the first one at least.
You'll get edge for both attacks. But you don't roll it, but you can roll if you're rolling to defend against it. You totally can. You got 5 hits for defense.
Yeah, and then 2 for the second one. I think there was 1 success on the second.
So-
2 successes on the second one.
So you on the first one, so you're burning 2 minor actions to defend. So the first one, due to your defensive action, are you keeping yourself between you and Connie? No.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll just do the first one. I won't do the second one.
Okay. If you're double diving out of the way, you will not be able to defend Connie as well.
Yeah.
That's why both attacks are targeting you rather than one targeting Connie.
There's a
and one
reason
targeting
why I
you.
made myself small, so I'm compact and travel size for your convenience.
Sure. So because you're protecting Connie, the first set of rounds misses you entirely.
Mm-hmm.
The second set will hit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 4. So it'll be 9. So go ahead and roll your body for soak.
3.
So you will take 6 damage as you are riddled with bullets.
Cool.
Will not kill you because you're a troll.
Also, it doesn't affect me at all because I have high pain, or I have the pain tolerance.
It doesn't give you the negatives, but
Yeah.
the boxes still fill up.
So, yes, I put that in there, but I'm just saying it doesn't have any
Yes.
negative consequences
not
other than
negative rolls.
bleeding a little bit.
Correct. If you would like to bust shots back at them, you are more than happy to do so.
How far away are they?
They're probably a good 4 or 5 car lengths away, and they're moving quickly because they're in a car and they didn't slow down.
I hear you.
And you can try to run down a car, but keep in mind they will probably keep shooting at you if you're going to try to run down a car.
I'm gonna shoot their tire or their window. I don't care. I'll try to shoot them, I guess. I'm not good at it.
Shoot back.
Again, Connie is probably saying stuff that you can't hear because you're drowning out, but I'm pretty sure he's saying something along the lines. But if you shoot their tires, they're gonna stop, and we don't want them to stop. We want them to keep going.
5 hits to
You will
shoot.
totally hit somebody. Go ahead and roll damage.
What is my damage?
You don't roll damage. You bust shots and you clearly see somebody slump in the back seat as you shoot back.
2 physical plus whatever net hits.
Oh yeah, so 7. Yeah, you see somebody unhappy about being shot in the back as you fire into the back of the car. They're gonna try to speed away and leave unless you would like to try to stay. Unless you want to try to run down a car, then it just becomes a giant chase scene where you're on foot and they're in a car. It's the ST. I would not recommend trying to run down a car with
I know,
people with
but I
automatic
really
weapons.
want to.
Mm-hmm.
She'll sigh and flick them off, and then
Yeah, no, legit. They will drive away. You shot them, they shot back. It was not. It's definitely a scene. Other people are scattering because it was a drive-by. You do realize if you had decided to dodge out of the way that Connie would have eaten several rounds of machine gun fire. You effectively have saved Connie's life at this point in time.
I see Connie also owes you his life.
I just turn around and turn off my headphones. The fuck?
Wow, that was amazing.
There are separate bullet holes in the front of your friend right now.
You are sturdy as fuck.
Yeah.
bullets. We'll let you two figure out your roleplay scene on the side as we teleport back to the other troll who's about ready to talk to some elves.
This
then
could
one
not go
time-
wrong.
And then one time he tried to fake his own death. That didn't go very well. He couldn't hold
I
his
tried
breath
that
long enough.
once.
I just imagine that they've just been gossiping
About Connie.
about Connie.
Specifically, because there's so many stories.
And even though Gwen is, saying all these horrible things, she kind of has a slight smile on her face. But she'll never admit that. But she'll stop. And she says, "Okay, now we just need to find the right people to talk to."
What is our goal here? Just to be like, hey, some shit's gonna go down this week. Maybe don't bother us if that's okay, and we'll make sure nothing bad happens. Or are we
Precisely.
okay?
Okay. So you effectively cross the border after a little
Right.
bit of driving into the Elven, because it's kind of an embassy nation state situation.
Mm-hmm.
And you will notice that most of the people here go from being it's fairly clean here. It looks like it's well maintained and well kept. But a lot of you'll see a much larger percentage of elves. You'll see some humans. You'll see fewer trolls and orcs. Almost none at this point in time. So you stand out a little bit more on this side of town to begin with. People are a
I
little
hunch,
not.
but it doesn't help. I'm only
No,
7 feet now.
yeah, it doesn't help. They're a little weirded out. Are you guys just wandering around town? Are you like heading to the embassy, or what are you trying to do?
Um, are there sentinels in and around like the border?
Um, it's way closer to like low-level police stops, not full-blown. Like it's one of those situations where like you've now crossed the border into Indiana, like where you're crossing a state line.
Yeah.
But like through the major intersections, there are some guards around or some drones. Like it is very
Okay.
noticeable there is a force around.
So,
It's not clearly armed with like embassy, like when you get to like the U.S. embassy in a foreign country where like stuff
okay,
slams down and there's 20 Marines out on every entrance point.
sounds good. Are there any of those outposts or like kiosks on one of the three routes?
There is not like an outpost or a kiosk on one of the three routes you're taking. If you were to dip into that territory, there are several ways like on the route that runs across the border.
Mm-hmm.
Several of those things would have like a kiosk there.
Okay.
You like were to
So,
go off your route and dip into their territory, you would cross a kiosk. You at the very least cross over in with drones. There's no way to not avoid like a drone situation.
okay.
There's gonna be a rigger somewhere. There's gonna be a rigger somewhere that's gonna know that you've crossed over. If you guys
For
are
some
drawing trouble
reason.
in that way.
Okay, he's fine. I think Gwen will. She'll kind of like pull up her little tablet again and start like showing along the route and kind of indicate like where those kind of checkpoints are. And she'll
Just
say,
talk to Joe Schmo at the outpost, you know?
if we can talk to one of these guys, maybe grease some wheels or whatever, then we can come and go if we have to.
Excellent. So you're
Now,
looking to.
now you
We're
go
looking
talk to
to.
them because I don't people. And she
So
kind
we're
of
looking to bribe somebody. Is what we're looking to do here. That is our goal.
yes.
Totally.
Alright.
That's probably the only way I'm gonna get anything out of his money because it's definitely not gonna be my charm.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
that's super fair.
favor! That's what Connie does
For
all
a
the time.
favor.
You know, like, hey,
Favors evidently get your friends shot. Don't do that one.
You scratch
I don't
my
know that
back,
yet,
I
though.
scratch yours.
You
I
can't
also
reach my
don't
back.
know. I don't know enough personally out of character if this kind of area, the sovereign state that we're kind of in, if they are more woodsy or outdoorsy like. I'm not entirely.
It's one of those stereotypes. Like they
That's
are
what I
more in
figured.
tune with nature, but they are more than happy to augment up and shoot you with an AK.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna go the nature route then. So take it away, Kane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, quick question.
Not threatening. I should have got the card again. Fuck.
So
Still need
high
the card.
percentile or low percentile?
Oh. Low.
Oh, all right, sweet, excellent.
Okay, that's excellent. Excellent means good.
It means that this card will actually be bribable rather than if she had high percentile. I rolled a 97 on a D100, so
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, oh, what happens? What happens if you just run across a guard who can't be bribed? The percent
Yeah.
of that.
97. Oh,
But you
But we're
you
good.
said low,
They
so
are
it's a
bribable.
bribable
yeah,
guard.
I said the very, very little bit we needed. All right.
All right.
Uh,
So, first off, what do you think is a sensible bribe?
What?
A favor. You're big. You're strong.
hello. Person. I am Kane.
Hello, Miss Kane. What can we do for you?
Oh my god.
Hey, you forgot this. You dropped it. And Gwen's walking up and she shoves her fucking flannel long sleeve that she had one around her waist, but she like shoves it at you, and then realizes as your hand reaches out, it's massive.
Yeah, I'm like,
You dropped it.
oh, thank you, my tissue. Okay. Um,
Gwen realizes that she didn't help the situation and immediately goes mute.
I was hoping it was gonna be like a wallet full of cash or something. Like, be like, oh, thanks.
Here's a flannel to make you seem friendly and outdoorsy.
Yeah, that's what she...
My tissue.
Um,
All right.
anyway, sorry, allergy season, you know. I just wanted
Yes.
to.
Sure.
It's
So
it's a problem.
you're talking to this elf. You do realize when you're looking at them, they are wired. They're not like as chromed out as you are, but they do have some low level augmentations, which is not uncommon for someone who's serving in a military esque function. There's something we can help you with, Miss Kane.
Yeah, Kane. I just wanted you and I seem to have a similar line of work in the way of we serve and protect whoever pays our bills. And I wanted to come to you as a professional courtesy to say I maybe, along with my associates, have a job that will near your borders, will not cross. And I wanted to come and reach out and see if there's anything I could do to maybe avoid any of you all getting in the line of danger when interrupting our operation. Yeah. I
I love this so much.
First off, they're a little like there's a level of like thank you for the professional courtesy, but as long as you don't cross the border, then nothing there shouldn't be any sort of issue. Is like he's very much like as long as you say on this side, he like kind of gently puts his foot over the line. Anything that happens over there, I don't see because it's not important to that. But the moment it crosses over to this side, and he moves his foot back over, I have to pay attention to that.
would
What's it
I
worth it to you to
be
not pay
able to-
attention?
Yeah, ask you to not pay attention if the skirmishing happens on that side. But if we need to make a quick exit, we cut through this side.
And leave.
Yes, and leave, not bothering anything.
So, excellent. I he like takes a moment and then takes a moment and then
It's
like
so
walks back
polite. It
like
was
walks
so
back to his
polite.
guard
Yeah.
shed, then like walks back out and comes back out again. And knowing like seeing what like the interaction was, you can pretty much guess that like he might have shut off his like his body cam because you know we are in an era of like he is a guard on a border and taking a bribe on camera is probably not going to help him keep his job. And he just looks at you and kind of goes, so how much do I not need to pay attention? Like Lone Star not need to pay attention, or like private contractor not need to pay attention, or
Lone
Just kind
Star.
of look. Lone Star.
ooh, okay. If you want to come through here with Lone Star on your butt, that's going to cost you probably about 10K. Can't make it much cheaper because I got to cover myself and whoever else is on shift. And that also means that we have to pay attention not to you, but we have to pay attention to Lone Star. That makes sense.
Let's see, the goal is to not have Lone Star. I have two very capable friends getting us something. I'm sure they're having no issues with that. But I do understand that sometimes shit happens. That's outside of control.
Keep in mind, Lone Star doesn't have a contract to head into here without. And I have to basically tell them their justifiable cause is not justifiable when you cross over that border. So
I would
that's
not
not a
want to
cheap.
be in
That's
your
not a,
position.
not a cheap thing because Lone Star gets uppity, and then we get uppity, and then it becomes an incident, and then Lone Star complains, and then I appreciate the professional courtesy. Like I appreciate that.
I appreciate you being level with me here and then walking me through the steps. You know, I don't want either of us to feel gypped out of this interaction. I want us to form a really good friendship that'll last this week.
Oh, a whole week. Okay.
I think like we had it penciled in for Thursday, but if it happens to be a couple of days after that,
Sure. I hear
we're
you. I
very
hear you.
noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you stand out a bit. Not that's the bad thing. You look very nice, but yeah, no.
Thank you. You know, I think because you have been so straight with me, and it will do wonders for, not dying. Yeah, 2,000's fair.
And he'll hand you a clearly throwaway like disposable comm number to call him on. So you can wire him money later. That's clearly not his personal number.
Gotcha.
Be like, I'm Bill. I'm Bill, by the way. And that's clearly an alias. It's clearly not his name.
I
Nobody.
love Bill
He like
also.
covers his name tag and is like, I'm Bill.
He doesn't have a name tag. He's a military. Like they don't have their names printed on their uniform like that. They're way
Not their
more-
first name.
No,
Like
not their first name.
Yeah.
It says something. Do you read Gaelic?
No.
Yeah, it's
I
something in
barely
a
read
you know,
English.
it's something in a language you don't understand. So, and it's clearly doesn't say Bill. It's way too many letters to be Bill. If you're looking like at the military identifying marker, that would be his name and other.
That's fine. Kane's not my real name either. Okay. Well, that I appreciate this wonderful agreement we have, Bill, and we're just gonna go back on that side so we don't cause any issues up until
Appreciate it.
Thursday,
Upward-
possibly Friday, Saturday.
Before that, and then Gwen will kind of pull up like her current identification for the Range Rover, so that way he knows what to look out for, because he might not necessarily see us when we're screaming through.
You're looking for the reg. You're looking for the reg tag, so he has it on record. And,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
He takes note of it and then marks it, and then like it's clear that he might move it to a subfolder of some situation. Yeah. No
yeah,
problem.
move it to the porn folder. It'll be fine.
Who's gonna look there?
Okay, well,
Everybody.
thanks.
First place.
About this time, if somebody would like to make a call about how they've been shot, that's a good time to phone a friend.
I actually would be like, okay, let's just go to a doctor because I don't want to tell Kane I got shot.
Oh yeah, no, that would be probably a good idea.
I mean, I don't feel it at all, which is great, but I'm still bleeding, so...
Sure.
I know a guy. That we can.
Do
go
you
to.
owe this one money?
Roll me a D100.
Oh my god.
It's funny. I know so many people. Let's just say that I have contacts like up the wazoo, but it's
With
just
no loyalty on any of them is what I'm hearing.
Maybe so.
At some point.
some people like me. Like they just think I'm funny and charming, and they like to keep me around. You know, I bank on that a lot.
You do. Luckily, you don't owe this money, this particular street doctor any money at this exact moment.
Oh,
You managed to pay them back off like a job ago.
oh, you actually will be super proud of me. I am the least scummy with.
Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Okay, let's go there then. God, it's been a couple years or a couple months since I've been shot. I need new clothes again. Fuck.
Wow, that's a great track record. You know, I could definitely, like, if you want after this job, we can like trade contact information later. Just in case, if we want to work together in the future. Because I feel like this is really working out. a lot.
I mean, so far you got me shot,
Yeah,
and you.
I'm getting you fixed. Ugh.
I mean, I'm paying to get me fixed. You are pointing me towards a doctor, and I appreciate that. But I'm not putting it on your tab because God knows how long it would take you to pay that back.
Well, we know at least I'm guaranteed 14K.
For now.
Right? So look, I can give you some of my cut. It'll be fine.
Did I hear Gwen say anything earlier?
Yeah, you did.
I'm pretty sure you owe all of it to Gwen, if I remember correctly.
Gwen only said about 10K, and I can negotiate Gwen down to at least 5.
All right. So as you walk to the doctor, blood dripping on the pavement.
Sure.
Because you have no car unless you get a cab.
I mean, how far?
Walking's healthy.
How far is it?
In the Uber.
It's not too far. We can walk.
Hey, we can walk. I mean, walking is a healthy activity. That's why my quads are so big.
So you realize the quads are the size of like 2 of your fingers together as you're a troll.
Yep, gigantic.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's you're like, it's fine, it's a light walk, and then you realize 2.5 kilometers later, you just walked 2.5 kilometers with 6 bullets in you.
It's fine. I still don't. I'm feeling it a little bit right now.
Well, thank God we made it. Here we go.
I just.
You realize that you're in front of a veterinary clinic.
The fuck?
Oh no.
She just pinches the bridge of her nose.
You want to know how I paid off this debt? Found this really, really exotic snake.
Fascinating.
Big motherfucker. Almost killed me. But it didn't. And it paid off my debt.
This is fascinating. I'm just gonna walk inside. Who am I talking to, please, for the love of God?
Anybody except Connie.
I mean, Connie has to direct, like, I assume did Connie tell on the walk over
That's why
the
I
name
was
of the doctor? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, and I need to use fantasy name generator, so that's what I'm gonna do. Sorry.
Once again, we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored, but we could be. This is we're all about the hustle here. And
Hustle culture,
whatnot.
hustle culture, hustle culture.
I'm just scrolling down to like, excuse me, some sort of like, there we go. I found, well, this will work. We'll just find an orc name or something like that. That'll be kind of cool. I can't find any. So we'll go with a letter. We're gonna go with G.
R. Dr. R. It's Dr. R.
Dr. R.
It's Dr. R.
Dr. R is an orc veterinarian.
He is. You see Dr. R. Dr. R is as Nova looks up at Dr. R, there's like a brief flash of like memory, and I'll let Nova deal with Nova's memory as much as they would like.
Oh, do I recognize this person?
You don't recognize it, but you do have a flash of memory. It's a little too old to be person, but they do look similar.
Oh, okay.
Dr. R, my favorite pirate vet.
Mm-hmm.
How's the bum leg?
It's fine. He knocks on it. It's been replaced. Got it chromed out. It's fine. What can I do for you? Oh, never mind. It turns to like one of the nurses, like looks at the troll, looks at the fact there are gunshot wounds in the front of the troll, and then
Sorry, I didn't know this was a vet.
it is what it is.
Best
like-
doc in town. I'm telling you, best doctor here.
And they'll direct you to the back.
For all your needs.
They leave. Do you let Connie come back to the operating area with you, or do you leave Connie out in front?
Nope. Connie stays out.
Connie's gonna stay in the waiting room, like twiddling their thumbs and like say hi to all the people who are waiting for their dogs to like.
He gets bit once.
Just love him.
It's
That's a cute chihuahua there.
Yeah, the animals seem to love Connie. There's not even like a little bit of problems for some odd reason. Like the pheromones are keeping the animals at bay.
Connie weirdly smells like bone marrow right now. Because I can tune my pheromones. So, specifically like bone marrow, like that you can like scoop out, like one of those things. I'm being very weirdly specific. So
Okay.
Weirdly specific.
I apologize.
I feel like this point too, probably Kane's like called Nova like 12 times.
Probably not 12. This is like right as you were wrapping up. This is right as you were wrapping up your amazing negotiation with Bill.
I'm like sweating, my hands are shaking. The only time she gets nervous is social situations.
Same. That's why Gwen was like.
I think
So
I think is when she gets back, she gets like a little lightheaded and like plops in the chair a little too hard. But not because of the blood loss or anything. She's just like staring at this doctor.
Right. The doctor's just very much like, are you going to need anesthetic, or should I get right to work, or how do you want to do this?
Just take it out. I can't feel it.
Well, that's at least a semi-good sign. It means that either it didn't hit anything important, or it hit something very important.
I mean, I can't feel it usually either way, so...
All right. And insert scene of surgery of them pulling out 6 bullets that did not get super far, because, you not go very far down the health track, and it's, you have troll plating and all the other things that go along with that. Very, very dense.
What's the R stand for, by the way?
Or...
His name.
Oh,
she'll ask him while... She's like making
You're
small talk to stay...
You're asking the orc, yeah. Roberto Vasquez. Dr. Vasquez is actually my name, but Connie took to calling me R because he kept never being able to pronounce the last name Vasquez. He has this problem with V's.
Gotcha.
Vasquez.
Cool, nice to meet you, Dr. Vasquez.
Thank you.
How much do I owe you, by the way?
Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm all taking you into debt with me.
So
I'm paying it off.
Just shy of 600 million because you didn't have anesthetic. 595.
Okay, here's 800 just for dealing with Connie.
Oh, well, appreciate that.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to be honest, if you just want to leave him here, I do know some people that probably would collect some bounties.
Nah. He's the only one good at talking in our group, honestly.
Okay, well, no problem. If you ever need to cash in on that, let me know.
Like, I did so good at talking. Oh my god. Did you see
bruh.
The way I see that is that I'm plus 200 on Dr. R right now, so...
It's just a tip. Don't tell Connie I actually paid it. It's just for you to get yourself a nice booze to deal with today.
That's fair. Not a problem.
I mentioned nothing of this to Connie.
Legit. All right. Is this about the time you start at this time you realize your comm while you were in surgery does have 2 missing calls from Kane on it.
Oh, shit. Call
I
back.
assume you weren't going to answer Kane mid having bullets pulled out.
Nope. She probably looks a little pale.
Okay. Guess what? Guess fucking what?
What?
I did a bribe. Successfully.
I'm proud of you. Good job.
Thank you. It was terrifying, but I thank Gwen for pushing me into this new experience. I never want to do it again.
It's fair. It's fair. I never want to go to the night market again, specifically with Connie, but,
Oh, that makes sense.
yeah, maybe any other time would be great. I'm fine. Don't be too concerned when you see me. It'd be great.
Did something bad
Usually
happen?
someone doesn't audibly say, I'm fine without being pressed unless something is not fine.
I'm
Is that
fine.
something?
Everything's great. I definitely did not just have a flashback of bad things today. It's fine. Everything's great.
So that sounds like something's bad going on.
No, everything's fine.
Like this is just Gwen saying this from the driver's seat.
We're both alive, and Connie did not get hurt at all.
Which is a blessing.
And
All right.
we're not kicked out of the night market. What was the name? I'm walking out now of the doctor's office. I'm like, Connie, what was the name of those people again?
Those people?
The people that did this.
Uh-huh.
Did what? Did what?
Mhm.
You said this.
Mhm.
It's
Oh yeah, my Eastern Bloc friends. Yeah.
The Ragavan
The
And hearing that,
Ragavastabs.
and hearing that, Kane understands that's a crime family that clearly isn't good. That you've done some work for from time to time as muscle when you needed extra money. They're pretty sensible when it comes down to it. But they are known to retaliate violently if you pick a fight with them.
Yeah, the Ragabastas. Because I can't say my V's apparently.
So yeah, you hear Ragavastas, do you mean the Ragavastas?
Gotcha. Okay, so Connie somehow has pissed off the Ragavastas and the Yakuza so far that we know of, and I'm guessing Nova. Your temper might have gotten the best of
I did not do anything except for ask them what their problem was and tell them not to shoot the nice person that was there. And they're like, your acquaintance? And I said, that's a loose word.
That's so nice of you to say. Because I'm only hearing one side, so.
Same thing with Gwen.
Cool.
So I may
Well,
need a new
I
shirt,
mean-
but otherwise we're fine. Everything's great. Everything's fine. And that person definitely did not look like someone. And I freaked out. But it's fine. Everything's great. Wonderful. I'm on my way home back now. Yeah, okay, thanks. Bye. Click.
Are we meeting back at the karaoke room? The house? That was my point.
She already hung up.
Just send a
I guess
text.
we're going back to the karaoke. Oh yeah. Karaoke.
Sure.
Okay.
We're
run
like
back up.
3
We'll
miles.
run
We're
back
like
up.
3 kilometers away. We'll be there eventually.
You're actually more like 4.5.
We're like 4.5
Walk to-
kilometers away. We'll be there eventually.
Gwen slams her hand on the console of the car, and she says, "Send message to Constantine." And then when it goes beep, what the fuck did you do? And then she sends the message.
Oh, man. That one on red for a little bit.
I thought you were gonna say you were gonna save it.
Oh, if it was actually a voice call.
It was a voice call,
It was
yeah.
a voice message.
Yeah.
Save that. Leave it on red. Gonna listen to that one when I go to bed.
Oh my god.
All right.
I also didn't even think about that. I feel like this whole time too, like Gwen's been driving normally in the driver's seat as a normal sized person, and I've probably been sitting in the back seat, but my feet are like kicked over into the front passenger seat because.
I mean, if it's
So,
7.
Range Rovers can fit 7, so you can
Okay.
probably fold down like the middle seats, and then you could just stretch out.
There we go. I'm like, oh, this is great. So much more.
So Gwen and Kane arrive to the place before our walking pair, and can either hit up the bar, hit up the karaoke room, figure out what you want to do. You have a little free time to kill.
Hey,
We should probably wrap up soon.
What?
what do you what's your like for fun thing to do? When you got some time to kill.
I prepare pelts of things that I hunt outside, the city, and sometimes I do woodworking, and then electrical work, and then sometimes I like doing a couple routine things with my car. And she starts like going into this kind of, it's like, you can tell she's interested in it, but like there's not a lot of like passion to her voice as she's talking about it.
But those seem like things you do to pass time. What about like what is the like the spark, you know? Like I also like to work on my bike a little bit, and by that I pay someone else and I watch them and pretend that someday I'll be able to do it. I won't. You know, I like to go on walks, but it doesn't like fuel me, you know? Music, live theater, storytelling, you know, things that really make you feel. That's like my little spark, you know? What's the Gwen spark?
So like not a spark plug.
No, I
Um,
don't think.
she kind of like she sits down and she like looks at the little catalog and she kind of like slowly paws at it and pulls it forward and she kind of starts flipping through and she's like, I don't know why, I just really like old music sometimes and it makes me think of stories or places I've never been before and I guess it's nice. And she whips out am I allowed to list the copyrighted music, copyrighted song?
About to say it, you just can't sing it. That's the way the
Okay.
world works.
Yeah, she'll like throw up and you'll see like Ace of Base, like Aqua, like fucking like
All the Europop.
Yes.
What I'm hearing, all the Europop.
Eurovision.
a little bit of Eurovision in there, but it's like it's all like old school kind of stuff.
I've like, here, hold on. And I'll kind of like reach over the thing, like, dude, don't tell Nova. And then I add, share, believe. It's just, it's good to jam to, you know?
So
Do you
you
believe in life after what?
she kind of smiles at that and she's like, I won't tell her.
Song's
they're
banned from the
walking.
house.
We have enough time for at least 5 songs.
I've never sung with somebody before.
I mean, I can just be here and I can just tune you out if it makes you feel better. I'll
No,
just
that-
listen to the music.
That's even weirder. And she kind of just goes over and she picks the song. She picks the share song first, and then they can secretly sing their pop music. It's like reverse Agretzko.
So about 10 minutes after you finish up your pop tunes, the two of them finally come walking in.
Do we hear any of the
so,
laugh?
you know, spark plugs, and I've been looking for new bike things. Too. Oh,
There's
hey.
Hey,
Hey, what's up? And you obviously see 6 bullet holes in Nova's shirt
so
because she didn't buy a change of clothes.
that's what you did.
Man, oh man, what an exciting night. Day. Evening. Success is all around. Good job, team.
I put the jammer on the table.
Look at that.
Connie gets the catalog book bounced off his head. Next
On
time,
the floor.
when you're doing something so simple as just buying a jammer, don't get people shot.
I did not actively do the shooting.
They were
No,
trying to
because
run
you
away. I was trying to stop the person.
Why were you trying to stop them if they were...
Because Nova's a very good person.
Because none of us really know how to talk well. So we need someone to talk.
No, I meant like, why didn't you just let them like leave?
Well, they were trying to take Connie.
They were trying to take me out.
They were about to corner. They're about
So
to
something tells me that
corner.
there's now 2 people you owe your life to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
So
See if we can get a hat trick. Next mission, you and me side.
I was
side
gonna
by.
say tomorrow, me and you, Kane, and then we'll get a hat trick, and then I owe you all. And you know what? I love owing women things. So like, honestly, it's a bonus to me.
I don't.
I'm just gonna roll it. Just gonna roll it casually in the background every time you say something.
I feel that is the best
Nope.
place to end on too. Is just Connie admitting that he loves doing women things, and that is where we should totally end our first game.
I mean, that's a good way to stop it.
That is the best place to stop.
All right, so before we exit for today, why don't we go around and have everybody say where they can find you, starting with Taylor.
Me. You can find me on the internet at _potato _ wherever I choose to be. But mostly you can find, actually, and now at this point, so many places. Just go follow me on Twitter. But mostly High Shelf Gaming is me. Or High Shelf Collective. Sorry, we rebranded a year ago. You think I'd have it by now. Next.
It's no longer just games, it's now a full-blown collective. That means you have a
Full-blown
political stance and everything.
Yeah.
Paul.
Right now you can find me here. Actually, you can find me on High Shelf Collective in the near future for some Cyberpunk, and then maybe some Lancer to follow up that I'll be running. But outside of that, I'm getting all the things, so you'll be finding me in more places. You guess you can follow me on Twitter as well at PaulMarchant6. And yeah, I'm becoming more active again after a move. So
Okay, and Jesse.
Hello, Jesse is here. That's me. I am the Himbo Gamer and one half of Jacqueline Hare. Jacqueline Hare is a Twitch channel, and that's kind of where we did our tabletop games, but it's coming back. I promise you, it will. Because we are now settling down into our new lives and new schedules and stuff like that. So definitely give us a look. And Julian will mention the other half of Jacqueline Hare's enterprise.
Julian.
Well then, hi, I'm Julian. I've played Gwen, and yeah, I'm the other half of Jacqueline Hare. If you like enamel pins, decals, and button-down shirts of varying nerdy decor and things that have designs on them, you know, go to Jacqueline Hare Art on Etsy. People say that the style is like if you took Art Deco and Art Nouveau and smashed them together.
Awesome. And I'm Nikki, aka Boulder to No One, and this is Chaotic Wonderful. We have episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, probably. So I don't know what game at the time of recording this is going to be on the opposite Thursdays, but go check it out because there's going to be another game, and also there might be quests on some Tuesdays and one-shots on other Tuesdays. So keep an eye out for that, and then go listen to my podcast and all the other shows that I'm on, which you can find on my Twitter. I'm not going to go on to it, but that's all for us today. This has been your first pre-recorded episode. See you next time. Bye.